You know something? Tottenham sacking their manager proves trophies overhyped. Because they
Trophies
want
are what?
Trophies are overhyped sometimes.
I don't think
you need to have a level of sustainability in the league, or else your trophy is just the icing on the cake. I am not worried about Liverpool in the foreseeable future because at this moment in time, I'm seeing Liverpool going through drastic change, and with drastic change comes regression. From Liverpool Football Club, we're going to see slight regression. I'm not saying they're finished as a club. I'm not doing the whole, they're going to be outside of the top four, they're going to be finished. Even if you sign the right manager, even if you bring in a replacement for Mo Salah, I don't see Liverpool competing at the top of the table next season verbatim.
Why not?
If Arsenal were to finish behind anybody in this league table that's not named Man City, that would be something that I would consider a sackable offense for Arteta. Liverpool is so lucky. You are so lucky. Oh my goodness. That could have been a goal in the 94th minute and 50-something seconds. And boy, by the skin of your teeth, you get a draw. Aston Villa should have won that game. Liverpool fans, you live to fight another day. You gained a point. And remember, that was a point gain, not 2 points dropped. Your performance was shocking. 2 games in a row. You're starting to shake it. Congratulations to Liverpool Football Club. I don't think Arsenal are going to go on to win this league anymore. I've been harping on about Liverpool all season. Maybe I need to take a little bit of humble pie right now and just sit.
And you want to know the proof that the team was in first place is better? I'll give you objective reality proof. Number one, Liverpool were top of the league before Arsenal had any injuries. Also, Liverpool were ahead of Arsenal before Saka was out. And Liverpool was ahead of Arsenal before Odegaard was out. And Arsenal dropped points in 4 games with all their team fit. They drew at home to Everton with Saka and Odegaard there. They drew at home to or away to Fulham with both of them fit. They drew away to Chelsea when Odegaard came in. Oh, shiver me timbers. The Chelsea players were shitting it. And they had 1 shot on target away at Newcastle where they lost 1-0 with their whole team fit. You had a chance in January because Saka was out to go sign a player. You had the chance. Ollie Watkins, who, insert Arsenal buzzword, is not a floor raiser. He's not a ceiling raiser. All these fucking buzzwords that the Arsenal fans love. He does not elevate and floor raise and ceiling raise. Just use words that all of us can understand. Stop trying to be a smartass. Just say win now player. All of us here understand the word win now player. If I said, Lewis, you need 2 more win now players, he'll get it. What the hell's a floor raiser?
Sorry, I only know 16-year-old Brazilians, unfortunately.
Exactly. Typical bullshit.
Balls.
Typical bullshit. Ollie Watkins scored. He scored away at Brentford. You could have had him in January. It's not my fault you didn't sign players. What's currently happening is a massive disrespect to Liverpool Football Club in first place, ahead by 15 points in March, to act like this is the PGMOL League. Get back to the important topic, which is Arne Slot. Slot out. That is my analysis of this slot situation. Hashtag slot out. Slot out.
What an intro, guys. We are back again. Big up to everyone locked in. 653 inside. Northside will be joining shortly. He's currently on the stream. But DJB's got a better tan than me. He ain't been away. How are you, mate?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Nice to be back on, Lee. And I hope you enjoyed your little kind of birthdays and catching up with friends and whoever you've caught up with, mate. It's always a pleasure to join you whenever I can. So, yeah, happy to be here, my friend. All good.
I appreciate it, man. And listen, make sure you sub to his channel as well. The link's in the title. Excuse me. Northsides is there as well. Like I said, he's on the stream. But I've been out of the loop. I've come back. I'm hearing a gal talking about trophies don't count anymore. Yeah, they're just the icing on the cake. I'm seeing that apparently now the deal is advancing for GYOKERES. And I've done a little bit of investigating, and the people that are saying that are basically the Football.London or the Sun newspaper of Portugal. So ignore all of that. It's not advancing. I see Fabrizio post out that Saudi teams multiple Saudi teams have put important offers on the table for Sesko, but he never named the teams. Interesting. Then today, this story comes out about how GYOKERES is advancing. No, it's not. The whole thing is just a joke. And for me, like, right, I look at it and I'm like, we should have already had one of them in already. Yeah, the window's shut now for another 4 days till the 15th. But we're seeing Man City go out there and do what, 170 million or whatever they've done. They're buying the lad that we were looking at in January, Naipan. And they're going to loan him out.
I see that. Yeah.
They've signed, what's his name? Reinders. They've signed 8 Nuri. And they've signed, who's the other one they signed? Who was the other one? Who was the other player they signed? Oh, Cherky. Of course
Cherky, yeah.
Cherky. Right. Then we're seeing Liverpool go and do a British transfer fee. Yeah. And people are going, oh, they've ruined the market. No, they ain't. They've gone out there and realised, yo, we ain't going to be able to win the league again unless we strengthen. Yeah. They've gone out there and brought in, well, pretty much got 3 players in. GYOKERES, Frimpong, and Florian Wirtz. And we're sitting there going, don't worry, guys. It's only 11 days in. We needed more work than both of them. For me, it's just been a bit of a madness. And then I'm seeing this link to Kepa. That looks like it's likely to get done. I'm seeing just a load of rubbish, really. Rodrigo, everyone's on their knees for. I'm telling you now, he ain't leaving Real Madrid. What we doing here? Mate, every year, and DJ, yeah, we sat there in January when we were doing the podcast and all of this and that. Yeah, we're seeing us get linked to 101 players.
Yeah,
and we signed none of them. I don't get why these fans still fall for it, mate. Like, genuinely, it's mad, isn't it?
Do you know what it is, Lee? It's the hope. They know that this manager has failed on so many levels in big moments. Yeah, we've had moments with him. We've had games where we've looked a half-decent team, you know, and he's give us some sort of hope. But on the whole, he's failed. He's failed in big moments. So all they've got to hold on to now is the players that we're linked with. So when you hear these names, and by the way, they're not world beaters. None of these players are world beaters. You know, it's not as if we're signing a Dennis Bergkamp or a Thierry Henry. Do you know what I mean? They're good players, but they're not world beaters. But what they're doing is they're getting up their hopes. They're kind of trying to it's like to make them feel good. They need a buzz. They need something to make them feel good. Because what it does, it takes them away from the real issue. And the real issue is the football manager. We all know that. Doesn't matter who comes into the club. The root cause of the problem is the football manager. You've only got to look at his signings in the past. You've only got to look at the wages at Arsenal. You've only got to look at the players that are out of form constantly. You've only got to look at the style of play, the way we play. You've only got to look at Newcastle, Carabao Cup, Man United FA Cup, PSG semi-final. And all of that is forgotten about. Because at the moment, it's like, oh, yeah, we're linked to this one. And GYOKERES is now in talks. You know, it's a done deal. It's not a done deal. It's like the Sesko. We was linked with Sesko over a year ago. That is the man he wants. He wants Sesko. So if he was linked with him over a year, why is it still dragging its heels? And as for the Zubimendi thing, it was all a done deal. When was it? March, was it? March?
First week of February. As soon as we didn't do nothing in Jan, they put that out first week of Feb.
As soon as we failed in January, or as soon as we put out a false narrative about the Watkins, which I believe was a load of old crap, right? Because even Aston Villa said we've had no approach. Soon as in February, we announced the Zubimendi deal, I'm thinking, right, well, it's all done and dusted. Zubimendi's at Arsenal. He's an Arsenal player. So you would have thought by the 1st of June, it would have all been announced. He would have been sitting there. The cameras would have been there. Win the Dog would have been standing there with Arteta and all the papers on the desk. You know, the sporting director one side, Arteta the other side. Zubimendi shirts printed in the armoury. If this was done in February, again, why is all this still up in the air? Apparently, he's now coming but he ain't our first choice. He don't really want to come to Arsenal. He was holding out for Real Madrid. Bigging up Alonso, bigging up their manager. He doesn't want to come to us. He wants to stay in Spain. He's happy in Spain. He don't want to play his football here. But now he's going to come to us. Is his heart going to be really in the football club? Does he really want to play for Arsenal? So it's another player that we'll probably have to carry all season. In the meantime, we're thinking of giving Jesus another contract, but we're umming and ahhing over Thomas Partey. Make it make sense. You got Jesus, 4 knees operations. He's had about, what? I can count on 2 hands how many decent games he's had for the club. Yet Thomas Partey was probably one of our best players last season, and we're umming and ahhing over him. I just, honestly, it's just a merry-go-round. I keep calling it a circus, and I keep getting like ripped apart about it because it is a circus. How many teams do you know this goes on? Look at Man United, Lee. In talks with Cunha, bang, 1st of June, done. Yeah? They're getting players in. Liverpool. Everyone likes saying about, oh, yeah, but look how much he's paid for Wirtz. Why would you pay all that money for Wirtz? Well, sorry, he's a quality player. And Liverpool are acting like a big club should act. That's how a big club that's just won the Premiership should be.
Yep.
Should be acting. Not going around in circles, umming and ahhing, trying to do Klarna deals. Oh, we'll pay you instalments. You know, and insulting these teams, you know what I mean? It's like crazy. And then Man United are getting players in. Manchester City are getting players in. Man City are going to be massive next season. Watch this space. Because they have a manager that can change the way they play. Pep's looked at it this season and thought, right, my style of play hasn't worked. We'll play something different. That's why they've got these players in. Because they're a different type of player that Man City have had in the past. He's going to be. You won't see the same City next season. You just won't see it. And we will just keep playing the same way, the same system. That's why he wants Sesko, so he can rotate in with Havertz. That's why he's put all his eggs in one basket for Sesko. Watch him. If we don't get Sesko and we get GYOKERES, he'll be spitting his dummy out the pram. You watch. He'll be going, oh no, what can I do now? GYOKERES, out and out goal scorer. He ain't going to track back. He doesn't like defending, and I want to play Havertz, but now I've got GYOKERES. Can you imagine it? Honestly, it will throw this manager completely if he doesn't get Sesko. It will completely throw him. All his tactics that he's got lined up for next season will completely go out the window. He won't have a clue. And it's just frustrating, man. I don't listen to it. I've said all along, until I actually see
He's frozen.
That's all right, mate. Is that?
Yeah, that's better. You're back. Go on, mate.
That's all right. Until I actually see the player sitting at the desk, Lee, with the sporting director one side, the manager the other side, and they're leaning over, signing the paper, I don't believe any of it. I really don't. But I would like to think that we're going to get signings done. But I think the longer it goes on, other teams will come in for these players. I've said it all along. I don't think we're going to be the only club. I think GYOKERES is pie in the sky. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be shocked if it does, to be honest. And now I've heard people saying, "Oh yeah, we'll get both." Really?
Well, if we was a big club, we would be getting both.
If we were serious, exactly, Lee. If we were serious and we wanted to make a statement, sign them both. What are we hanging about for? Sign them both. Get them both in. Bomb the likes of Jesus out. Get rid of all the crap, and get these two in. Get both of them in. Why not? Sell Havertz and get Sesko and GYOKERES. Sell Martinelli, sell Havertz, sell Trossard, get GYOKERES in, get Sesko in. You know, get Rodrigo in. Make a statement. Make a stand.
And this is the thing as well, right? Top team, like people say, oh yeah, but these Man City had to go and buy players because they're in the Club World Cup. And cool, Liverpool just smashed the British transfer record. and they just won the league. They're not in the Club World Cup. They bought 3 players. They've signed 3 players. They're not all officially announced, but they're done. Yeah, and not only that, the biggest thing that winds me up with this, right? Just coming back to the Zubimendi deal, right? People are trying to go, oh yeah, but if it goes past the 30th of June at midnight to the 1st of July, that means Sociedad can put it on their books for the next year, which is factually true. They can, right? But at the same time, yeah, who gives a fuck about Sociedad? Why are we negotiating with them? Take the 60 million, put it in the Spanish FA, and then they phone up Sociedad and go, oh, Arsenal bought Zubimendi. Hold that, we're transferring the money over. Yeah, what we're trying to do is, because we ain't got 60 million, we're trying to negotiate a little bit over the fee so we can pay it every year, which is cool. I'm cool with that. What's taking so long? This was being done in January. This was being done before January. All the way through January, it was Zubimendi.
Yeah, that's all we heard, wasn't it?
Yeah, now we're sitting there on the 11th of June where you are. But we're sitting there on the 11th of June. The window's now shut for 4 days, and he still ain't nowhere near signing. And it's like you're seeing all these other clubs that are already better than us going out and doing big deals. Yeah, and all that's going to happen is they're going to go, oi, fucking hang on a minute. If I wait a little bit, which is what Zubimendi said, well, he never said that, but what he's done is he's waiting because, listen, we're not stupid. How many times do we hear footballers come out over the years and say, well, they never really pursued it properly. They never put a bid in for me, so I went somewhere else. Exactly. Right? Have we even put a bid in for Zubimendi yet? Because the fee is the fee, but we don't want to pay the fee. We want to pay a bit over, like Man U did with Xerxes, so they can stagger the payment. Right? Have we even put that bid in yet? Because if we had, we would have heard about it. Yeah, because everyone seems to know everything, don't they? So surely, yes, we've put a bid in then. Now, what's happened is Real Madrid have got rid of Ancelotti. Alonso's come in. That's his idol. He played at Sociedad B with him. Yeah. When he was the manager, and he's gone, oi, hold on a minute. If I hang around for a little bit here, Sociedad are then probably thinking, if Real Madrid come in with 60 mil cash, we're taking it. Yeah, because it's, they've got no choice. They have to take it. But now it's down to Zubimendi to decide. If Zubimendi turns up at Arsenal, fair play. Yeah, but at the same time, surely you want these players in as quick as you can. So their brain's now fresh, ready to go on holiday. They're cool, they're chilling. They're not up and down on holiday on their phone, speak to their agent, all that. Yeah, because they're on edge. Yeah, they don't know what's going on with the clubs. The agents are getting fed bullshit from each club. Yeah, it's all a load of bollocks. People make out doing a transfer is hard work. No, it fucking ain't. Pay the money, you get the player. If the player don't want to come, you move on to someone else. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Man City went out and got Marmoush in January. Marmoush left that football club, Frankfurt, left the league. Sesko, had another 5 months in that league and still didn't outscore Marmoush. That's going to be our number one signing.
That's going to take us to the next level, is it?
Apparently so. The guy's a rubbish, mate. He's just literally 29 with a bit of pace. Yeah, and then when you look at Zubimendi, I'm surprised how many people watch Sociedad, if I'm honest, DJ. Because I keep getting told it's a farmers league. And every time I've watched Sociedad, I get people in my chat saying, what are you watching this crap for? Yeah. So I'm not quite sure how they're all experts on Zubimendi. That makes no sense to me.
What makes no sense to me, Lee, apparently it's a farmers league, but they're all like, they're all getting excited that he could be coming to Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Zubimendi this, Zubimendi that. But apparently he's played in the farmers league. If that's the case, what are you getting excited for? Go and get Jared Bowen, that's played in the Premiership. Do you know what I mean? Go and get Eze. Go and get players that we know that are ballers in the Premiership. Do you know? But what gets, as I said, Lee, if this deal was done in February, it's true what you said. Why is it all still being dragged out? What is the fee? Have we put in a fee? I thought all this was done. I've got to be honest, I was absolutely shocked on the 1st of June when the window opened. The first thing I thought I would see was Arsenal signing Zubimendi. And when I saw Cunha at Man United, I'm going, what's going on? He doesn't want to play here. Zubimendi's first choice is not coming to Arsenal. If a top Spanish club or anyone else came in for him tomorrow and slapped 60 mil or whatever on the table, and he had to make the decision, it would not be Arsenal Football Club. Wouldn't be Arsenal. He doesn't want to play his football here.
if Real Madrid put the 60 million on the table, yeah, you have to do it the way it works here. From what I gather, correct me if I'm wrong, chap. If Real Madrid put 60 million in the Spanish FA's account, they have to put the whole 60 million euro in, yeah, which is the buyout. They, can now fucking get the player, but it's down to the player. Yeah, the way I'm seeing this is he's agreed verbally to come to Arsenal. So how's it a done deal? How are we getting a here we go from Fabrizio? Because we ain't got the money on the table yet. So how is that even possible? That we haven't even put a bid in over the asking price to stagger the payments. We haven't deposited the Spanish FA the money. Yeah, and that here we go tweet was, I think, before the season finished. Yeah, which, by the way, you're not allowed to put the money in the Spanish FA's account for that player until the window opens. Well, the window's been open 11 days. We ain't put any money in that bank. And not only that, we haven't sounded weird. I've not seen anything that says we've officially put a bid on the table to Sociedad over the asking price for Zubimendi. So how is it like a closed deal then? How's it closed? It's not closed until you pay the money.
I don't know. And I think the biggest embarrassment was when it was reported that he was having a medical at Arsenal the other week. And then he puts out a tweet or something like that where he's walking along the beach and he's been asked about Real Madrid and Xavi Alonso. Do you know what I mean? He said, I weren't even in London. I was on the beach. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and you just think to yourself, where are they all getting off? And then you look at other channels, done deal. It's a done deal. Arsenal are going to be this. GYOKERES, done deal. All these done deal likes from other channels, and they don't even, not even Arsenal fans. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. And as for Sesko, Lee, I mean, I'm not being funny, but I'm with you on this one. I've got to be honest. I'm not excited about it at all, because he's a maybe. Could be a good player. He might be a good player. Do you know what I mean? He's not proven. He's not really proven. He's quick. He's tall. Yeah. Apparently he's good in the air. Well, that don't suit Arsenal because we can only cross from one side. Do you know what I mean? Martinelli can't. He crosses it or runs it out of play. So we ain't got a left-sided midfield player that can cross the ball. Oh, we did have Tierney, but he's gone to Celtic now. That'd be useful, wouldn't it? You imagine Tierney bombing down the left, putting wonderful crosses into a 6-foot striker.
6'5".
How nice would that have been?
Well, I've just Googled how many headed goals Sesko scored out of his 21 goals in all comps this season. He scored 5. 5
headed goals out of 20. There you go. 5. For a 6-foot striker, he's only scored 5 goals with his head.
Yep.
Yeah? So, listen, you just got to put the facts out there, people. And people saying, oh, yeah, but he's quick. So what's that going to do in Arteta's style of play then, him being quick? Because we've got the ball that goes sideways and backwards. Quick players like to run with the ball over the top or a through ball. We ain't got no one that can do that. Odegaard spins around and passes it to the left. How's that going to suit Sesko? And if Zubimendi does come in rightly, you look at how many midfield players we've got that are defence-minded. Yep. Who have we got from central midfield, like a Ramsey, a Wiltshire, a Merson, or someone like that can actually get the ball, run with it, pick the ball up, take players on, spread the play? We ain't got anyone like that. Well, we have a potential, but he's going to need a bit of coaching, see? And that's Skelly. You can take Skelly from left back, put him into an attacking midfield role, which is his position, and turn him into a good player. But that takes a bit of work. That's a project. But they're willing to do a project on Sesko, but they're not willing to do a project with Skelly and sign a left back. Do you know what I mean? Which is the areas where we need players, Lee. We don't need any more defensive midfield players. But what Sesko's going to do if he comes to the club, he's going to have to track back. He's going to have to do some defending. He's going to have to drop deep. And that's why he wants him. You ain't going to get that with GYOKERES.
No, it's true. Somebody in the chat said that he's got 20. That's about 25% heading rate. which it is. Yeah, but at the same time, let's just be real with it here, right? Our finishing, our conversion rate isn't actually that bad. It's the creating of chances. We don't create enough. Yeah, so you could put a 6'5" striker up front, and he might score more than 5 headed goals in the season. He might still have the 25%. But at the same time, it's not like with Man City just five or Liverpool when they were just whipping cross after cross after cross in the box under Klopp. Yeah, we are literally one of the slowest teams in the league from back to front. Right. So now you've got a speed merchant. It was absolutely rapid, right? That's not going to be able to utilize his speed unless we're on a counter attack. How often are we on a counter attack? So we're camped on the edge of the box. Now you've got to use a geezer who's got 25% conversion rate with his head. Yeah, so cool, fantastic. Yeah, so now you've got to give him 4 chances to score a fucking header then, surely. Yeah. Well, that's how I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm wrong with this.
No, mate, you're spot on. That's exactly right. But we see it like
in fact, can some of you boffins in this chat, can somebody find out how many headed chances he's had this season? Is that even a thing? I'm sure it will be. How many headers has he had this season at goal? And then how many he's actually scored? Yeah,
but you'll get.
Well, we know he's got 5.
Do you know what you'll get though, Lee? You'll get certain Arsenal fans turn around and say, we do create chances. That's our biggest problem. We've got no one to put the ball in the back of the net. Look at when we played Newcastle. We had all this, and the GA will start coming out and everything else. The fact is we don't create enough clear-cut chances. Half chances, but they're not clear-cut chances. This Sesko will be making runs and he won't get picked out.
Yep.
We see it with Martinelli. Look at the runs he was making. There was a game. Southampton. 2 or 3 runs. And I think Odegaard had the ball or someone had the ball, and it's like, and he's not even looked at him. And this is what I'm saying. You have to have that creativity in midfield. And people can say, but that's what Zubimendi's coming in for. From what I've seen of Zubimendi, he's very much similar to what we've got already.
The thing is with him, he's a good player. Yeah, but I think the fan base have kind of conned themselves into thinking that he's going to be Rodri. He ain't Rodri. Yeah, they watched him in that final when they beat us in the Euros. Well, I say when my country beat your country in the Euros. In fact, I don't claim them anymore. I'm Portuguese now because they lost the fucking final the other day.
That's another thing. That's another discussion about England. Oh my god.
But I think they see because he came on and he controlled the midfield. Yeah, that's all well and good. That's because England are shit. Yeah. Let's just be real with it. And they've got so many other good players around him in that team. Even with Rodri going off at half-time, didn't really make any difference because they all know how to play. They all know the system, and the system allows them to play ball. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz can drive through the midfield. Yeah, they've got other players, or Orzabal off the bench. They've got good players. Yeah, whereas when you look at Arsenal, he's going to come into a league that's a lot quicker. And it is a lot quicker. Yeah, we watched La Liga, we watched Premier League, we will have. Yeah, in La Liga, it's way more technical. Yeah, but if you're being technical, I've just watched Santi Cazorla tonight get his team into a promotion final. Yeah, he scored the free kick, came off the bench and slapped it, weak foot, bottom corner, a free kick. Yeah, 40 years old. If they win that 2-legged final, he's back in the top league in Spain with Oviedo.
See what I mean? You've just mentioned it there. The players that we've had Lee. Santi Cazorla. Now that was a player that I got excited about.
Yep.
That was a player like I'm going, get him in. All of these players that we've been linked with or that are supposed to be coming to the club, I'm not really excited about them, to be honest. And I should be, because I'm going to bloody watch them next season. I've got a season ticket holder. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, I should really be getting excited. But I can't, Lee. I'm not getting excited because I keep coming back to the manager. And I'm not blaming the players. It's not the players' fault that's coming to the club. You can't blame the Zubimendis and the GYOKERES and the Seskos that are coming to the club potentially because you've still got this manager here. This is what I'm saying. Doesn't matter who we sign. You're not going to see much. You ain't going to see a lot of difference next season. You know? Unless it's crazy. Unless this man changes his tactics and admits where he went wrong and looks at himself in the mirror and goes, I really fucked up last season. I really did. I got it completely wrong last year. I'm going to need to do something. I'm going to need to go back to how I was in, like, you know, I need to do something. He ain't going to do that, mate. He ain't going to do that. But the thing, as I said, the thing is with Sesko, it's a game. I mean, I know all signings are a gamble, but this kid's a gamble. He really is.
He is. How many times have we said this, and then they come in and do fuck all? We've seen it with so many players, like especially in forward positions. This ain't even just an Arteta thing. This is an Arsenal thing.
Oh yeah,
like, we've had some great strikers and great forwards, haven't we? We have. Obviously, we've all seen them. Yeah, but we've had some flops at this football club.
Oh mate,
Joel Campbell flop.
Yeah,
William flop. Sterling flop. Dennis Suarez flop.
Jeffers flop.
Yeah. We've had loads. Yeah, we've had Carlos Vela. Never got hyped up to the moon.
Charlie Nicholas, really, he weren't prolific. Really, he weren't that good.
But yeah, he weren't a world class player that you fucking all got off your seat for. When he did it, and it looked sick.
Exactly.
The only ones that we can sit there and go, yeah, cool. We're Anelka. Yeah, Yaya Sanogo's another one, by the way. Yeah, we're Anelka. Yeah, righty. Yeah, and Thierry Henry and Bergkamp. In my era, anyway. Yeah, like, and the thing is, I look at it and I'm like, if Zubimendi signs on the 1st of Jan, cool, fair play. Yeah, decent player. I watch him every week. People were having a go at me last night, going, and I see people on Twitter chatting shit always. Oh, explain this because some mutant clipped about 4 different clips of me onto his TikTok and put them into one TikTok video. Yeah, and it's like, I actually rate Zubimendi, but he ain't what you think he is. He's a good player.
What you're saying, Lee, he's a good player, but everyone just needs to calm down a little bit. You know, he's a good player, but he ain't like a world beater.
Yeah, he's a. Do you know what he's like? Yeah, right. Because I'm seeing people putting all these. Oh yeah, I see some geezers say, "Oh, I've watched 9 full games now since the season's ended. I've gone back and watched 9 full games of Zubimendi, and here's the pros and the cons." Yeah, then they're just waffling. Oh, he's really good with receiving the ball facing his own goal. Yeah, turning. No, he ain't. He fucking ain't. He's stupid. Yeah, he's really good at breaking the lines. No, he ain't. He's good at passing the ball out to the sides. Yeah, which are forward passes, but he's not good at that killer splitting pass. No. So is he going to play in the 6? If he plays in the 6, that means Rice is in the 8. If he's playing in the 6 next season and Thomas Partey ain't, we're fucked. Yeah, and that's not a diss at Zubimendi. Yeah, because I rate him. But if he's on number 6 and Thomas Partey's not playing in that team next season, we're in trouble, mate. Yeah, because Rice bombing forward. Yeah, if we play Rice in the 6 and maybe put him in an 8, but then he ain't really a fucking 8. He ain't really a 6. We've already got that with Declan Rice.
He's going to end up a number 9, mate. That's what he's going to end up.
Fucking hell. He'll probably play him at right back.
He's going to end up Marino and Havertz part 3.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the thing, yeah.
Because if the Sesko and GYOKERES deals go waff and it doesn't happen, you've got Havertz and Marino as our 2 strikers next season.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
We ain't going to sign anyone else.
The thing is, Thomas Partey's getting on a bit, and he is going to go. Maybe not this season, but next season, perhaps. Yeah. Right. So I understand he wants to have a bit of rotation. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But if anyone thinks that Zubimendi is better than Thomas Partey, you're in cuckoo land, mate. He ain't. Yeah. He's a very good player. Yeah. He's very good at short game passing. Yeah. Quick 1-2s. Well, hang on. How many technically gifted players have we got in our team that can just pop the ball around like that? We ain't. When you're playing in Spain. Yeah, somebody in my chat today, I was watching Spain under 21s, yeah, last minute winner, Bosh, against Slovakia. They were 2-0 up, went back to 2-2, last minute bang. Yeah, somebody said to me, who's the number 10, for Spain? I said, that's Turientes, who plays for Sociedad. Yeah, he goes, he looks sick. Oh no, actually, he said the number 8 who plays for Spain, and the number 10 was Pablo Torre. Yeah, somebody asked me in my chat who are they? And I was like, yeah, that's Turientes, mate. And this is why when we signed Mikel Merino, I kept telling everyone, I could even put Turientes as better than Mikel Merino. Yeah, because he's techie, he can pop the ball around. That's all well and good when you're playing in a league, yeah, that's slower. This league's 100 mile an hour pace and power. So now what you need to do is you need to have a whole fucking midfield of them. We ain't got that. Yeah, you now need to have the wingers being techie. Well, Martinelli trips over the ball how many times?
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Don't
Like
get
what we're doing is if you've got is Declan Rice technically gifted? Not really. Yeah, my man's playing with fucking Fabian Ruiz in the Spain team.
Yeah.
He's now going to be playing with Declan Rice. He's now going to have Martinelli out on the left if he's playing in the 8. So I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, and he is a good player. But I'm still trying to find it. I looked earlier. I see it was like loads of little dots of every pass he's made this season, Zubimendi. Right? It's like that. Well, we've already fucking got that.
We've already got that. Odegaard does that.
It's not really like
9
that.
out of 10 times, Odegaard's passing out to the left, or he's doing a little ball to Saka. Yeah. And then, so we've already got that. One thing with Declan Rice, he very rarely gives the ball away. He passes short. He passes into space. He very rarely gives the ball away. And he does carry the ball when he's got the ball and we're chasing the game. But ultimately, he just gets it and passes it. We've already got that. I mean, we don't need it. We need someone exciting, more kind of, as you said, techie. Someone that's going to get the ball and going to run with it. We need like a
Rodrigo.
Well, what worries me, Lee, I'll be honest. What worries me is because forget Odegaard. He's another one. He's just fallen off of a cliff. Who is when I say creative player, I'm talking like I'm going back now. I'm talking about your Mersons, your Ramses, I don't know. You know what I mean? Who have we got? Who have we got in our team that can do that? I'm trying to think of one.
Saka can, but Saka's down the side.
But he's too wide, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's too wide, and not only that, teams have sussed us out. They put 2 or 3 players on Saka now. Saka's heavily marked,
and he's not fully fit.
And he ain't fully fit. And when he does go round players, he gets fouled, or he gets brought down, or he gets
or he scores.
Out. You can't rely on Saka. There's no one else. There's no one else creative. I mean, I was watching clips the other day. I watched a Paul Merson interview that I was sort of like scrolling through and all of that, and they were showing footage of some of the goals that he was scoring and stuff like that. And I'm like thinking, I ain't seen that at Arsenal for years. I ain't seen it for absolute years. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we need. That's what we need. And I don't know. As I said, it comes down to this manager, Lee. They're the players he wants. They're the players that suit the way he plays. And that is worrying because he can't change it. If he gets these players in, he ain't gonna adopt to any other system of play. And we're going to see the same old again, I'm afraid.
No, 100%. Before I bring Carl in, big up to everyone locked in. 1,900 people. Northside is going to join soon as well. It's still streaming. I just want to grab some of these comments very quickly. Big up to Caden Anthony Peters for back again. Big up to you, brother. What is the source on the GYOKERES news? Trust me, bro. That's what the source is. It's basically a Portuguese outlet called Maise Football, MAISE Football, FUTEBOL. It's basically the Football London of Portuguese news. So it's a load of crap. I want to get some of these others that I've starred as well. People don't understand agent negotiation tactics. This is just a smokescreen for Sesko's agents to lower the wage demands. What do you mean lower the wage demands? Like, you mean Arsenal to lower Sesko's wage demands? Because why would his agent ask Arsenal for less money? I don't get that. Maybe you put it the wrong way around. But either way, I thought this was done last summer. So we know how much he wanted to get paid. He's on 46 grand a week in euros. He's on 46,000 euros a week. Just give him 100 grand and tell him shut up. It's not rocket science. No doubt he'll come in. He'll be on over 150. Yeah, go and get GYOKERES. He'll want 250 or 300. Yeah, buy them both. Yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? Big up to Data Ross as well. Sesko has scored 8 goals in 2 seasons with his head. He averages 2.3 successful aerial duels per game, 64%. The league average is 56. How many players in the league are 6'5" that play out front for aerial duels? Because that'd be interesting to know. They've got a couple of giants in that league as well. I think there's one at Salzburg. He's a fucking unit. Big up topside hybrid. Don't know about headers, but Sesko had 48 shots on target in all comps last season, scoring 13. 48 shots on target in the entire fucking season. That sounds bad to me. Is that any good?
That's what, a 30% accuracy rate?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, to be fair, about 30-odd%. But only 48 shots. And they play expansive football in that league. 48 on target. My bad, I'll rephrase it. 48 on target. Mate, that sounds a bit iffy to me. I can't lie. But hopefully, if we do get him, he comes in, smashes it, we win the league. However, I'm not stupid. Creativity at Leipzig's lacking. It ain't though, is it? It ain't. Look at the players they've got. Yeah, they're just not very good. They create chance after chance after chance. Yeah, but it's what it is. And before I'll get this, I want to say one more thing, and I'll bring Carl in while I go bathroom. Big up Joseph, Connor Golden. Big up Lee and DJ. I hope you're enjoying your summer, except Arsenal Garnacho. Oh, don't even start me on Garnacho. Yeah. Jacob Murphy, yeah, from Newcastle, or a Langer at Forest was better. But this is the thing, though, yeah? There's so many players we could go and get. Why didn't we go for Cherky? What's that all about? Why didn't we go and get him?
This is what I'm saying, Lee. We don't even compete with these clubs. Even if they've made their mind up to go, you know, at least make it hard work so they up their price and end up paying over the top for them. Do you know what I mean? At least make it challenging. I still can't understand why we don't go to Crystal Palace and get Eze or put a bid in for Eze. I don't understand it. Why didn't we get Cherky? Why didn't we go to Reinders?
Yeah, why didn't we go for Verts?
Yeah, why?
Why didn't we go in for all three of them? Go on, Cole, sorry.
Right, Roy Keane made a very good point. I think it was earlier on today regarding when City, when they bought Reindeers, and then when they got Cherky. He's basically saying City were the only ones going in for them players.
Yeah.
What was the rest of the Premier League doing? What, they were asleep or something? It's almost as if City, they just know a good player when they see one. Like, right, we're going to get this one in right now before anybody else has an idea, but we're sniffing around this guy.
But that's on top. But Cole, that's on top of who they signed in January.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. People forget they were doing business in January. People forget that they went and got Marmouche in January and other men them in January.
Yeah, they got Nunes. They brought Nunes in. Yeah, they brought in Kushinov. They brought in Victor Reis.
Yeah.
They brought 4 players in.
They brought 4 players in January, and they've gone and smashed it again in the summer. And what gets me right is this is a team. This is a club that's looked at their season and gone, one season without a trophy and gone, nah, this is unacceptable, and acted like a club should act when they've won nothing. That's for one season. We ain't won nothing in 5 years, and we're fannying around with signings. Do you know what I mean?
Let me just quickly share this as well, because this has just been tweeted. Tense situation between GYOKERES and Sporting, despite a previous pact for exit fee worth around 65 mil with add-ons. Sporting president assists for a higher fee. Right, before I continue to the rest of that tweet, yeah, why didn't you get it written down and legally binding, my friend? Well, yeah, because guess what? It was all a load of fucking bollocks to begin with, wasn't it? Oh, but don't worry, nobody brought him in Jan because it's going to be cheaper in the summer. So everyone will go, oh, we'll get him in the summer. Don't worry about January. Don't worry, we've got him in. We'll get him in the summer.
That was
What's
it.
A load of bollocks. These people think we're stupid. Price is still under 100 million release clause. Yeah, 100 million. That is 82 or 86 million pounds. Go and fucking buy him. Yeah, that's 50 odd million quid. 58 million, something like that. 57.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Why don't we just go and put 100 fucking million? We did it for Declan Rice. This guy scored about 50 odd goals last season.
68, wasn't it? Oh no, it's over 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's bagged a lot of goals. Yeah. In fact, fuck that. Why don't we just go and buy Isak?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that? He's done it in the league as well. No problems there then, is there? Yeah, there's players out there, and this is what winds me up. Yeah, it's like we're sitting here, and I read something out yesterday that Chelsea have got the best PSR in the league, 300 mil. Yeah, Brighton a second, 295. Man City a third with 292. That is how much they can go and do. Yeah, we're down in like sixth with 92 or 95 million. Where the fuck is our money? I'll tell you where it is. Wages. We're overpaying for crap. Yeah, overpaying for crap. We've got so many crap players at this football club getting paid top dollar. Yeah, we've just allowed our best left back to walk out for free. We could potentially be letting our best midfielder walk out for free in Thomas Partey. And we've got scrubs running around on 130, 180, 200 grand a week. Yeah, that can't stay fit. Yeah, or ain't good enough and can't stay fit. Yeah, it's jarring. And you're seeing Man City and Liverpool, the two best teams out there at the minute, over the last previous 8 years or whatever, going out there and just doing business after business after business. And what are we doing? Pouncing around for a couple of quid, scratching around under the sofa. Oh, lend us a £5 until next week. Yeah, I just got paid, but fucking with skinks, we had to pay Jesus again. Yeah, can you loan me £1,000 until next week, mate? I'll get back to you, I promise. Fuck off. It's supposed to be a massive football club. The amount of merch these wankers keep selling. Yeah, like, come on, what are we doing here? And I know the merch deal was already done. Yeah, but I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, nah, it's an absolute disgrace, yeah? And people say you're moaning for the sake of moaning. No, I'm not moaning for the sake of moaning. If you're happy with Verts being bought at Liverpool, when we've got Martin Odegaard who don't do fuck all week in, week out, then sorry, you're part of the problem. Yeah, and even forget Verts, Cherky. You're telling me we ain't got 30 million quid we could buy Cherky? We're stagger that over 4 years, it's 7.5 million a year. You're telling me we ain't got 7.5 million to pay up front right now? There you go, there's the first instalment. Now what are we doing here?
And not only that, Lee, where was our contacts then? When we knew that Cherky was sort of, someone must have known that he wanted to leave or he was up for grabs. Why ain't we kind of been informed about it? Who's the people that are meant to be looking out for these players? I don't know, Berta or whoever it might be. Where are these? Where are our sort of like eagle eyes looking out for these market opportunities and these players? How come City? Do you know what I mean? And getting back to Cunha, if you remember as well in the season, we was even linked to Cunha in the January, apparently. You know, this was another player we was linked to. Yeah. That all went wayside. That all went silent.
It's bullshit. Let me just address this real quick.
Man United.
Let me just address this real quick. Lee, you said Isak and GYOKERES won't be good at Arsenal. Now you're annoyed that Arsenal ain't signing them. Hypocrite FC again. Bruv, it doesn't matter who we sign. Yeah, we're not winning the fucking league anyway because the manager's a scrub. However, yeah, would you rather have the geezer who bagged 13 goals last season, yeah, or the geezer that plays for Newcastle that bagged 20, yeah, or the geezer that bagged over 50? Which one would you rather have? Yeah, let's just be real with it. They won't suit our style. I don't think any of them suit our style. All three of them. But now, if you go and get one of the better ones, yeah, now the manager's got to fucking play him. Yeah, because you've done top dollar on him. What we're going to do is we're going to ponce around. We're going to go and get the shittest one out of the three, the youngest one out of the three. Yeah, and it's going to be, give him time. He's adapting into a new league. It takes time. No, it don't. Go and get one of the better ones, mate. Because I'll tell you something now, yeah? If you actually go and have a look at the conversion rate for GYOKERES and compare it to Sesko, yeah, he don't need 4 chances to score a goal. Yeah, so whilst he doesn't fit our system and he won't win us a league, yeah, if he gets a chance, he scores. Sesko ain't doing that, mate. And how long we got to wait for Sesko? How long we got to wait for him to be in that position? Yeah, where he's a 1 in 2 shot conversion or 1 in 3 or whatever. Yeah, the geezer had 48 shots on target in the entire season. Yeah, my man at Sporting scored more goals than that. Now what are we doing here? It's jarring.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can say hypocrite FC all you like, yeah. One thing I'll say, yeah, people like you, yeah, you're fucking scumbags, the lot of you, yeah, because you cunts go and sit and watch TikTok clips. You don't actually watch the whole content, yeah, because if you did, you would have heard what I said last time around instead of just watching a little 10-second clip that some retards posted up on Twitter or TikTok, mate. Yeah, none of them win us the league, none of them. Yeah, until this manager fucks off, we ain't winning anything. Pretty simple, and I've been proven right since he's got here. He won 1 FA Cup and he's won fuck all ever since. Well done.
He's the root cause of the problem, mate. He has been. This is why it's gone all tits up. This is why we're desperate. This is why we're in the position we are. Because if this manager had done the right thing at the start of the season and the season before, we wouldn't be desperate to sign 3, 4, 5 players. We'd already have them in place, and Sesko coming in would be an added bonus.
Facts. Big up Northside for the raid as well.
Yo. Big
Big up
up.
Benfica kick off next week, mate. You're going to be there for that?
I'm busy.
Northside, before we go on, man, congrats for the Nations Cup. I saw your excitement and jubilation, and yeah, it was great. And I was thinking, there's one guy that deserves it for the pain that he's been through this season, and I was a bit envious, mate. I've got to be honest, I was a little bit jealous of you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome anytime. You know, you're welcome. You can
mate. Yeah.
I was about to jump off the patio when Morata missed, mate. I was like to port him to Andorra.
Yeah, nah. And then I thought, oh, here we go. I wonder what Lee's texting him now. Like, I bet there's messages going backwards and forwards. I'm thinking, oh my god.
I was surprised he wasn't doing the watch along, innit? And I weren't hearing anything during the game from him. Yeah. I was like, yeah, saying nice.
This motherfucker rang me after the game. Basically, if I said, what you saying now, I goes, I ain't chatting shit to you all game. I've been doing my own stream, you bastard.
It was crazy.
He phoned me up as well. Yeah, I was out. Yeah, that's right. I bet you thought peace and quiet. Yeah. And then I actually was very nice. I put a nice comment in your chat. Congratulations. Nice to see you smile. It's been a long season for you, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Benfica fucked the league up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal was shit. Portugal have been crap in the Euros. And yeah, it's nice to see you won a trophy, mate. And to do it against Spain makes it even better for you lot. So
yeah. I was watching the penalty shootout, and I kept thinking, hang on a minute, Lee ain't doing a wild stream. And I'm thinking, nah, Lee's out with his friends taking some deserved time off. And I'm thinking, Northside's got all of this to himself. He's got the whole platform for himself.
Without me harassing him.
And I'm thinking, if he don't win that penalty shootout, he's going to have a massive meltdown, mate, honestly. But he won it.
You know what, yeah? This guy, he's unavailable, yeah? If they win it, all of a sudden he's instantly available, live.
Yeah. No. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. I was out for dinner. You already know that as well, yeah? Don't even try it. Don't even try it. No, don't even try it.
Don't ever do a watch along. If Portugal plays Spain, that's the good omen. Don't ever do the watch along. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it.
No. The reason they lost is I weren't streaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't stream it. You're not ever allowed. If my nation's playing Spain.
The penalties were sick though, man. They took them so well. I've got to be honest.
That Nuno Mendes one was fucking class, wasn't it? What a
there
penalty!
Was one that hit the top, like the corner of the top net, and it looked as if it was going to go over the bar. And I'm thinking, like, oh, honestly, no keeper was going to save that. No,
I don't get it, because we've had like better squads in the early 2000s, and we always fell short. Like, we've gone from being one of the most frustrating nations to watch in terms of talent. I know you could say Netherlands as well.
That's rubbish. We're the most frustrating nation to watch because we always fail. We gas ourselves up all the time and then fail.
But all you need, is your nation to win like one trophy, and it does start affecting the mentality of the players. Because how have we gone from, like, let's be honest, like the last two Nations League, and people will shit on the Nations League or whatever, but at the end of the day, when you don't have the history of the big nations, like, you'll take every trophy you can get, and it's a trophy that you can win, and you want to take the trophy, you want to get the trophy. And when you know what I mean, life is short, and you want to see as many trophies as you can for your nation, especially your nation, because you don't get to see as many trophies as you do with cups for your club. But like, the ripple effect of winning at Euros has just been like, there's been a resilience I never saw before growing up. So, like, obviously back in my nation, like, I always thought that I'd never see Portugal win anything. Like, I always thought like we'd always come close, but we always lack that grit. You know what I mean? Like the grit of the Italians, the grit of the Germans, the grit of the French to just make sure you turn up and you get over the line. And I've always felt like we were missing that. I always felt like we had technical ability, we had good defensive players, good tacticians in the middle of the pitch, but we always lacked that killer instinct. And when Ronaldo got away from his peak, I was like, I don't see anyone really stepping up and putting the consistent numbers. All I could see was Ronaldo's regressing, but he is scoring goals, but he's regressing. His impact is not the same as it was in 2016. 2016 and before that, you could say Portugal was Ronaldo FC. I can't even lie. We were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people think when I talk bad about Ronaldo, it's like the impact isn't the same. Like Nuno Mendes is getting man of the match in a final, not Ronaldo. You know, the team has moved on to a degree that it doesn't solely rely on Ronaldo. 2016, we solely relied on Ronaldo, 100%. You know, and now we don't solely rely on him. And even to get past Germany, Conceição stepped up, a young player, Vitinha's balling out, Jean Neves is balling out, Nuno Mendes. There's so many other players that are turning up. And I just think England just need to get over the line once, even if it doesn't look pretty. And it's going to change the mentality of the nation. And I think it would be great. Obviously, like I'm grateful for everything England's given me. England's given me a better life my own country would give me. So I'm always proud that, I do like England. 100%. The bitterness between me and England is when we knocked you out. And then I went to school and I got all this abuse because I was the only Portuguese guy. And it was like, Portugal knocked England out. And then after that, but really and truly, like I always want to see England do well because it's the nation that it's the only club. This is the only country I've ever lived in. To be honest, I know more about England living in England than I do living in Portugal. I never lived in Portugal, so it'd be nice.
I mean, imagine how I'm feeling. I'm like in the 50s, and I've never seen England win anything. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, absolute madness. And people say to me like, it's only the Nations League. I take anything because what that's done for them Portuguese players now is give them belief. It's give them hope and it's give them a feeling of success, isn't it? These young Portuguese players now that have won that Nations League, and this is when I go back to Arsenal, because you have to start from somewhere. You have to get to a final, win a trophy in front of all your fans, and it gives you that belief to go on to bigger things. So Portugal have got that belief now. Do you know what I mean? They've got that belief that they can. I like that feeling. That winning mentality. And this is what you have to have. And England ain't had that. So these players that keep rotating, now we've got a new manager coming in. He's trying to get to the grips of his squad, trying to pick the best team. Players here, players there, sticking to some of the old faithfuls. And no, man, it's just...
We've got someone in the chat that clearly must work for the Portuguese embassy. Let me just give you a little bit. Let me just give you a little bit of information. You cannot get a Portuguese passport unless you can prove you have Portuguese blood. So good luck, because a lot of Angolans are not entitled to a Portuguese passport. Both my surnames are Portuguese surnames, which I will not share. So good luck, because it had to be proven that my granddad is white Portuguese. So well done. Well done. You don't even know how to qualify to get a Portuguese passport. So even if you're part of the Commonwealth, what for England would be Jamaica, the Caribbean, it's like that for the Portuguese Portuguese colonies. If you have not, your blood you've not mixed with Portuguese, you're not entitled, which is why my dad is Cape Verdean. And none of his family have got Portuguese passport because they're not mixed with Portuguese. So there you go. I've just taught you. You know what I mean? You can take that back to the embassy. And I got Portuguese passport, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I am part Portuguese. No matter how much bullshit you want to try to chat to me. So yeah, I know it's hard for you to wrap your mind around. Yeah, Commonwealth and the people that took over, people mixed. You get North Side. There you go. You know what I mean? And the embassy next time, make sure and renew my passport rapidito. You know what I'm saying? Make it swifty. I don't want to waste time. You know what I'm saying? But
anyone who's watched your channel has seen that you have a Portuguese passport because you waved it on screen one night when you were getting cooked. And I've seen it because you stayed at my house.
He's not really Portuguese. Get him off.
Get him off. He's fake. He's fake.
He's an imposter. He's an imposter. He's Italian, really.
Better still, where's that fella from? Where's he from? Where are you from? Where are you from? What's your background? How about that? What's it got to do with you?
Yeah,
Who cares? No, what is wrong with these people? So you can tell that there's no games on, innit? Because these men are just bored.
Yeah, they're coming in, aren't they? They're coming in. It's like a storm, innit? It's like, you know, when it rolls in.
That's all it is.
I just don't get these people, man. They're just so weird, like. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know. When I was doing the Portuguese watch along, I was like, yo, Ronaldo, yeah, the amount of opportunities this guy missed, even against Germany, this guy missed 8 chances and 2 of them were tap-ins. And because he scored on the 9th opportunity, what you telling me now? What you telling me now? I'm like, bro, Consensao got us back in that game. What are you talking about?
My baller, by the way. My baller.
What a player.
He caught against Germany.
Mate, to be fair, Ronaldo did score in the quarter, the semi, and the final. Yeah, you know what? You know my thoughts on Ronaldo. Yeah, right. But he did score in the quarters, the semis, and the final, and you won it. If he hadn't won it, then it would have been irrelevant. Yeah, but he actually got you over the line with them goals. I know he weren't but this is what I was saying yesterday on the stream. I was like, if Ronaldo's playing up front, you're playing with 10 men. Yeah, but just put the ball in the box and it'll go in the back of the net at some point. Yeah, you might have to serve it, but the fact that you said he missed 8 chances tells me you created fucking 8 chances. What do we create? We got a donkey up front. I'm not saying Ronaldo's a donkey, by the way. We got a donkey up front. Yeah, we don't even create him 8 chances. He gets 2 and misses them both. 3 yard out of headers. He puts them 6 yards wide.
I look at Ronaldo as a frustrating player, but I also look at him as one of the most clutch players in football. Whenever you need a goal, he will always be the one to be called upon. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, he'll bang one in. Pause.
Yeah. He's just gone past his sell-by date now. But what Ronaldo's done, I mean, he's one of the greatest ever, and he's up there, and with the greatest of greats.
Was this the guy that asked you the question?
No, it was DSN. I think it was DSM or DSN, something like that.
Because I was listening, but I didn't see it. And I said, bloodline is not a nationality. Bro.
Yeah, DSN. Yeah, I think it was like DSN or something. But yeah, man, I can't lie. I never ever thought I'd ever see my nation win anything. The amount of
you see the nation. No, hold up. You've seen the Nation League already a few years back. It was the first one because you keep telling everyone we won the first Nations League. Sound like a top gooner. Oh, is yours gold?
The thing is, it doesn't take us 20 years to win another one.
That's true.
But no, man, I was joking with Dave as well. Dave's like, well done. Talk to me when you win a World Cup. Talk to me when you win a World Cup.
Yeah, when you win the Euros. You've won a Euros. Cool. Talk to us when you win a World Cup, mate.
Yeah, they won the Euros, didn't they? Portugal, yeah.
Yeah. Ronaldo didn't play in that fucking final. We went off injured as well. Amazing how as soon as Ronaldo goes off the pitch though in finals, they actually win them, isn't it?
It's true.
I'm not saying that he's the reason that he won it, because penalty shootout's a lottery. He actually got you back in that game. He pushed Cucurella out the way, and the finish was cold though. I can't lie, that finish was class. Yeah. And there weren't enough. If Cucurella had fell over like a little baby, he probably would have got a free kick for that, because he did push him. He stayed in his feet, and by that time, who knows? Simon's gone that way, and it's gone that way. Hey, big up Jezza. Jezza, if you're free, I didn't want to harass you while you're on holiday, mate. With your family and that. So if you're free, text me and I'll send you a link for a bit if you want to jump on, mate. And I hope you're having a good time out in France, mate. Weather's nice enough. But yeah, North, let me get your thoughts on this whole GYOKERES Sesko crap, mate, because it's getting boring and we're only 11 days in. Well, the window opened. Well, the window's actually shut now, and then it opens again. Why don't they just leave it open? Like, why close it for 5 days? What's that all about? But what do you, mate? Who do you think we're going to end up with? Because I'm seeing stories about we could pull out of the Sesko deal. Yeah, GYOKERES is too much, and Ollie Watkins is a standby.
A standby.
Yeah, man, he's backup dancer.
Do you know what? I feel like we're only even going for a striker because Arteta's had enough about being questioned about a striker. I don't even think he's that interested in getting a striker, which is why we're not even going for the right striker. I think this is just to dead that conversation. Because if you remember, the end of the season, every press conference, Arteta, you're going to get a striker. Arteta, you're going to get a striker. And he was getting ticked off with the questions. I don't really think he even really wants a striker, because his response, Arteta's response in the press conferences before the season ended was, I never said I wanted one, but then he kept talking about internal solutions and how we've got players that can play multiple positions. So I don't really think he wants to really go out there and get a striker. I feel like they're just doing it to kind of save face and be like, right, let's just dead it off, because the manager's getting heat from, are you getting a striker? Are you getting a striker? So that's why I feel like we'll probably end up getting a Sesko, just to be like, all right, well, we got a striker now, innit? Do you know what I mean? When that's not the point. The point is, in January, no matter where you stand on this club, we needed a clinical striker. Everybody said clinical. I don't understand now why the fan base are acting like, oh, any striker will do. We specifically asked for clinical. If you want 13 goals, we've got Jesus and we've got Havertz. Like, we've got players that can put up 13 goals. We need a clinical striker. But you know, this fan base, man, they're very special, you know, in times where we need them to be clued up. But I reckon we get Sesko over the line. I reckon we're overpaying for him, even if we pay 60, 65, 70, whatever the case may be. I hear that we're haggling over a couple of million. The selling club, they already know that he's not even worth what we're paying. He's not worth that. So they're like, yo, we'll make the deal happen. You know, and Arsenal, you'll pay a little bit under what what we want, but really and truly, he's not worth the valuation. You know what I mean? But I just reckon we get Sesko. We're not going to recover our money back. He's not going to live up to the price tag, and it's just going to be back again. And it's going to be, next season's going to be the excuse that Sesko's still developing. That's what the excuse is going to be with him. I think this club doesn't want to get ready-made players. I think ready-made players it speeds up the process of winning a trophy. Like, why do we keep going? We went from Rodrigo to Mbeumo to Semenyo to Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we went from GYOKERES to Sesko. Like,
we went from Isak to GYOKERES to Sesko to Watkins.
Yeah, to Watkins.
We're better off just going to buy Lukaku. At least he puts the ball in the fucking net, and he knows the league, and he's won a title this year.
I hope we get relegated. I hope we get relegated.
So you can be stress-free. You can just go, no, I'm done now.
Yeah, because I actually think we could actually win it. So at least we win a trophy.
No side, man.
We might be able to do Invincible again. We might be able to
win
do
a trophy.
Invincible.
Win the champion, the playoff. We'll win the playoff final.
Oh, imagine if we lose the playoffs.
Oh no.
Fuck's sake, man.
You can't do that. That's Wembley Stadium. That's Arteta's fucking wheelhouse as well. Playing at Wembley, he never loses there.
Let me just grab these super chats real quick, and I want to bring this comment up that Thomas Tuchel has absolutely crucified Jude Bellingham. Yeah. My manager knows he's a fraud. Big up to Jack Webb. Why didn't we just sign Mateus Cunha? And then Mbeumo, United will get GYOKERES. I actually think United or Liverpool or Barca, one of them three are going to get GYOKERES. I don't see him going anywhere else. Yeah, because Liverpool can sell a fuck ton of players and get good money from them. They're going to get rid of, we're going to get Darwin Núñez.
No.
That's what we're going to get, isn't it? They'll end up with GYOKERES. We'll end up with fucking noodles.
No, I'm telling you now, deadline day, window shuts an hour, Garnacho. I'm telling you, that'd be typical Arsenal. Typical Arsenal. Hour before the window shuts, you watch. Panic buy.
Big up to Marco, bro. Lee, when we signed Bergkamp, it was right after he was runner-up for Ballon d'Or. Now we have trouble signing a mid-table striker, let alone world-class players. Exactly. It's bullshit, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Big up to you, bro. Keep the standards up, bruv. We get mocked for Standards FC. However, there is 2.1k in the building, and the standards of the likes are a disgrace. So we know we've got a lot of haters watching. Hello, good evening. We've got a couple of cans. We'll have the merch out soon. A couple of cans. And here's what it is. Big up to you, brother. Big up to Richard Jordan. Genuine question. Do you fully not rate Sesko? I'd prefer GYOKERES as well, but Sesko defo doesn't completely suck. Pause. Hey, yo, brother. His tech is legit. Yeah, bro, it's all well and good having tech here. Right? But, bro, this guy can't finish. Like, me and Matty we've watched hundreds of hours of footage. Yeah, and he can't finish. Yeah, he's not clinical. Yeah, Isak's miles clear of him. Literally miles clear of him. And if we're talking GYOKERES is probably the most clinical out of the three of them. Yeah, but again, the league, people want to talk about the league and all of this and that. Fair enough, cool. Yeah, but out of the three of them, I don't want Sesko anywhere near Arsenal. Yeah, and I don't think any of them suit our style. A player that would suit our style was somebody like fucking Chris Wood. I'm not even taking the piss. Somebody like Chris Wood. Yeah, he's big, he's strong, he can hold the ball up. Yeah, he don't need to run down the channels because we don't fucking run anywhere. We're just standing camps in a box. Right, it's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is.
There are better options for us. Jonathan David is still sitting there off for a free. Go get Jonathan David. Put in a bid for Pavlidis at Benfica. Put in a bid for Arturo Martinez at Inter Milan.
Mateta. Yeah, Mateta suits us perfectly.
There's 4 players at Palace that have got a better quality than what we've got, which is Mateta, Adam Wharton, Eze, and who's their fucking fullback?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
What's the English fullback? Can someone in the chat tell me?
Tyreek Mitchell.
Tyreek Mitchell, that was the one, yeah.
Why don't we just get Eddie back?
Why did we sell him now?
Yeah, you know what I mean? They've got Guy and Munoz. They've actually got a decent team, you know. Sorloth would suit Arsenal perfectly.
Why did
we get Sorloth? Yeah. Big up to Max. He doesn't want a striker, but will happily dish out 90 million for Tesco. Yeah. It's pathetic, isn't it? Arteta logic. Yeah, because it keeps the gimmick going. Big up Jezza as well. I have a few on me. Great time out here. Been on 2 wine tastings today. I'm ruined. It's been a fun day, Jezza. Wine tasting in that weather. Good God.
Big up, Jez. I bet his head's pounding, man.
He'll be all right. A couple of hours sleep and we go again, innit? That's how we roll. Bless up to you, Jez. I'm glad you're having a bit of time off as well, man. A bit of relaxing time because Jez, this season coming is going to be a long season, mate. It's going to be a very, very long season, and we're going to sit there losing our shit quite a lot of times. In fact, if they don't do what I want, I'm just going to watch the women's team. Yeah, I'll do watch-alongs and fan cams for that. But yeah, big up to you, Jezza. Just make sure you don't fall in that bloody lake. Get yourself in bed, Jez. And yeah, I want to big up to Joey as well. Just put this one in as well. At this point, I don't care who we bring in. Every transfer window under this novice has been unsuccessful.
Thanks.
Great comment, Joey. Big up to you. I want to get this big up to Nick Football Club as well, man. Bless up to you. Is there any truth that Arteta wants to stick with 29 and no one else? It wouldn't surprise me, Nick. Wouldn't surprise me one bit, my friend. And I just see this comment as well. Sleggers wants Clay. Yeah, apparently. So we loaned that Chloe Kelly from Man City. Yeah, she plays right wing, right? We're trying to buy her from Man City.
Good.
Yeah, the striker we got from Man United.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you roll with the women's team. That's how aren't we doing that with our men's team?
Oh, they don't unlock them. They buy winners, yeah?
No, they buy winners, proven winners.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's only the men's team that we can't buy winners. We have to unlock.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, and not only that, yeah, we actually won a trophy last season with the women's team. We won the cup, won the FA Cup. Yeah, I think it was the FA Cup. Yeah, it was the FA Cup. Yeah. Yeah, that Russo up front is better than 29. Can't she play up? Can't she just have pretend that she identifies as a geezer or something and play up front? Are we allowed to do that? No, real talk. I'm not even taking a piss. I'm getting to the point where I've just fucking had enough. I can't lie.
So you say transgender people? You say transgender footballers now should go into women into?
No, mate. Just why don't we just? You see how on FIFA? Yeah, the new FIFA. Yeah, you can do mixed teams.
No, really.
Yeah, on FIFA, the FIFA, you can do mixed teams on Ultimate Team. So why don't we just do a mixed team? It was the League Cup they won. My bad. Yeah.
Why don't we have the manager of the women's team in managing?
Exactly. Put Russo up front, Chloe Kelly on the wing. Yeah, play left wing. Actually, we could switch her and Saka, switch wings. Put Russo up front and get Sleggers as manager. Job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Or the other end, why don't we wait till January and buy Harry Kane's buyout clause and get Harry Kane in on his buyout clause?
Yeah. And there you go. We got Russo from Man U for free as well. Free signing from United. That's like when that's pretty much, it's not the same, but it's just similar to when we gave them Van Persie for fuck all. Yeah. We gave them for peanuts, didn't we?
We pinched their version of Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this Berta, man. I'm not like, do you know what I'm not liking? Yeah, I'm not liking how long it's taken us to get a lot of deals that we need to get over the line. I'm not liking that we're constantly linked with players that were linked to us prior to this guy. I'm not liking that nothing is seeming any different. Nothing seems different with Berta here. Nothing. And I will give him to the end of the window. But by the end of the window, if we don't get what we need, I'm Berta out. I'm not giving this guy no time because you've walked into a club that you don't need to rip everything up. Like, I know that we can criticize the team. Not every player at this team is rubbish. We've got some good players. We've got a foundation. We need you to bring in the players to get us over the line. We know this manager's shit, but at least get the right players in, innit? Get the right players.
He shouldn't be in charge of that anyway. That should be down to Berta and the hierarchy. The Real Madrid managers, pick the players. No, they get told you, we're buying him, you sort it out. You have to figure it out.
But was it Berta that wanted Kepa? Because if he's getting overruled by Arteta and accepted it, if you're not part of the problem, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, in my opinion. Because you should be able to step up to Arteta. You brought in better caliber of players at Atletico with a smaller budget. We've got money this window. We've got 300 M's, and that's not even including the 8 mil that we've got from Davaj that we sold to Lazio. I know Tierney's gone, but that's money off the wage. It's still money. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to get rid of Martinelli. We're trying to get rid of Zinchenko. There's money in abundance available this window. There is no reason why you shouldn't be able to. And if we're so attractive, 3 years in the trot finishing second, why is it that we can't get players over the line?
And not only that, Nelson, what deals is he working on? Because Sesko and Zubimendi were already been done or advanced, and all but closed before he even rocked up. So what deals is he working on then? Because the only other players I see we're linked to are fucking Kepa and Rodrigo, and we ain't getting Rodrigo. That ain't never happening. No. Imagine an Atleti ex-sporting director rocking up to Madrid and saying we're having Rodrigo. No. Papa Perez will have the horse's head in his bed by the time he gets home. Like, what are we doing here?
Kudus is the only one. And talking to Mike's, I'm not convinced of Kudus, bro.
I'd rather Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen is a fucking baller.
Yeah.
He can play right wing and he can play out front. Go and buy him.
And he can play in the 10.
Yeah. And he's fucking sick. Like, his finishing is cold. All different types of goals.
But he's not good looking, though.
He's 8, 9 out of 10 every week for West Ham. And look, West Ham have been through 3 managers. They would have probably got relegated any other season or near to relegation.
Yeah.
And this Bowen, he turns up every single game. Scores goals, assists, everything. And here he is. As Northside said, he's not. What's more attractive? Sesko, 6 foot, looking the part.
Loads of tattoos all over him. Well, Jared Bowen with no tattoos, just a nice lad that plays football. Yeah. I'm not saying Sesko's not a nice lad. I'm just saying this fan base won't fancy Jared Bowen.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And this comment here, people forget Berta bought Felix for 107 mil. And he's been bang average for every club. People also forget in the same window he sold fucking Griezmann to Barca for 120 mil and then brought him back a couple of years later for 20 mil. Yeah, so it cancels that one out. Yeah, people forget that. Same fucking transfer window, Ben. Yeah, and I want to read this one out. And then we'll talk very quickly about this Tommy Tuchel thing. Man, transfers are complex. Of course, talks are happening in the background. It's their bloody job. Yeah, not for everyone to find out. Well, I get that. But at the same time, everybody within football will know that Arsenal spoke to GYOKERES, Sesko, and anybody else. Yeah, because the agent will be saying, well, yeah, Arsenal will put an offer off. And so these people will know each other. All the agents know each other. The players talk to each other, whether they play for the same club or in the same country. Yeah, or whether they play in a different league. They're all in group chats. They're all mates with each other. How many times do you see players rocking up at fucking NFL and shit like that? And you're like, oh, I never knew he knew him. Well, of course he knows him. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said this yesterday. Yeah, Trent Alexander would not have gone to Real Madrid if Jude Bellingham weren't there. Never in a fucking million years is he going there without Jude there. Yeah. Now he's got someone that can help him bed in and settle into the club. He ain't going there. He would stay at Liverpool. Yeah, so like now Saka's going to international duty, seeing everyone win trophies. Yeah, what's he won? Yeah, they all talk. Football transfers are not complex at all. This is the money. This is how much you're going to get paid. Yeah, this is the add-ons. This is your fee. That's this, that's that. Bro, these men have been doing this for over a year on the Sesko and Zubimendi deal. Over a year. Bro, I'm not being funny. Sacked a lot of them. If they can't close a deal in 1 year, then they shouldn't be in the job. How comes Man City don't find all these problems? How comes Man City don't fucking have all these issues when they go and get a player? Yeah, Man City have a threshold they go to, and they go, we ain't going over it. Yeah, they've done it with Van Dijk, they've done it with Harry Maguire, they've done it with certain other players. Yeah, Declan Rice, if you want to believe that one as well, cool. Yeah, so how comes the top clubs can go and get players done real quick, but others can't? Why? Because we're not respected at board level in any club around the fucking world. They just think we're a bunch of jokers. Yeah, when Papa Perez and his band, the Merry Men, rock up, it's Real Madrid, mate. It's taking the money. Yeah, the players already said he's signing. Now they're going to bully him. Yeah, but how comes Man City get deals done real quick? Why? Because they've got a top manager and their board are fucking elite. Yeah, they're elite. They're very well respected in every boardroom. Yeah, when we turn up, we just turn up to Chelsea and go, right, we'll have him. That's the only club that will respect us is Chelsea because we buy all their shit. Let's just be real with it. How do we get bullied by Man United all the time? How? Because we ain't got a clue what we're doing. We've just let them have 2 of our youth for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's pathetic. What players from Man United do we take? Oh, we take their shit. Yeah, we'll probably take Garnacho and we'll overpay for him. Chelsea, we overpay for all their shit. Yeah, we're not respected at any level in any fucking boardroom around the world. Yeah, and the top clubs that keep winning are Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool. They're respected because they've got closers. ABC, always be closing, bruv. Yeah, all we're doing, is closing down the club. Hey, Hooks, you send me a couple of photos of the couple of... Oh, yeah, how about I send you a link and you come and pay for your crimes against football? How about that? Oh, I'm ill. I bet you're still ill, yeah? Anyway.
Come on, yo, big man,
yo, but did I say that, yeah, big man?
The thing is, yeah, don't wrap me up with these guys are top gooders, yeah. That's all he's gonna say, bro.
What's he saying recently? Because apparently, I don't know what happened there, but somebody in my chat earlier said that Igal absolutely rattled him and ruined him earlier, or the other day. Oh, I'm still too ill. Yeah, that old chestnut. Troops. Oh, so you're too ill, but you did a show with Troops as well. Yeah, come on, get out of here. Too ill to come and answer for your crimes on here. Yeah, you can do a show with Troops.
Vicks on his chest. He's got to rub some Vicks on his chest.
Yeah, a bit of Sudocrem on his ass as well. Yeah, man, can't man shit the bed, bruv. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to turn up. Like, I understand, Hooks. Whenever Hooks meets up with me, I swear he's just going to right hook me straight in the jaw, bruv.
Yeah.
Make sure you sub to full-time stinker and Hooks. I think that's a joy. No link in my WhatsApp. Oh, you want to turn up now? Cool. Say less.
Your side, you violated him. You violated him now.
Yeah, come on.
You rattled his cage. You rattled his cage.
Yeah, we went fishing. We was on Jez's Lake, mate. That's what we were. We sat around Jez's Lake. Yeah, come on, man.
Went him in good and proper. Yeah, stinker and hooked.
That's also fucking.
Sudocrem, bro.
Yeah, stock up on the Sudocrem, man. Come on. Yeah, chatting all that shit, bruv. Like you shit the bed. He didn't want to come on, bruv. Like he's gonna come. Listen, yeah. Right. Yeah, this guy's Arteta out, yeah. But I see a clip of he's Arteta out because he didn't win a trophy last season. But then I see a clip. I can't remember exactly what he said. Yeah, I wish I'd saved it. Yeah, of him saying the other day that well, you know, I'm excited for the season or something. I'm looking forward to this season. Why? You want the manager out? He didn't win a trophy. No, real talk. Make that make sense. Hooks, come on, man. You need to. I'm sending you a link right now, brother. There you go. There you go. Make sure you come correct, my G. Either he wins the Prem or the Champs this season coming. What happens to him after that, I don't really care. There are no more excuses. Shite out. Shiteta out. I pick up Joey, bro. Yeah, but this is the thing, right? I don't care what trophy is. And I heard you saying, DJ, about England, yeah? Like, my dad was 8 when they last won that World Cup.
Yeah,
8.
crazy, isn't it?
Fucking joke, mate. Yeah, and it's like we just want something. Yeah, and like it's the mentality, like you said about Portugal, gets them over the line. Some of them players in that Portugal squad have never won a trophy with Portugal. Some of them probably haven't even won a trophy, full stop. Yeah, so that gets you, oh shit, this is what it feels like. And then you've got mentality monster in the dressing room with Ronaldo. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like he's teaching the younger ones. You know that's what he's like. He might come across a bit of a prat. Yeah, but you know he's always sitting there talking to the youngins. Yeah, he said that when he was at Man United. He said they didn't want to listen. He goes, they'd rather just go out in their cars and go and have dinner and all that crap and go shopping. They didn't want to hear it. Yeah, but you know them Portuguese, yeah, you know they're sitting there and they're like, wow, this is Ronaldo. We're playing in the same team as Ronaldo. Yeah, because that's the status he has, and he's built that up, and fair play to him. He deserves every bit of credit he gets. Yeah, whether I rate him that highly or not is irrelevant. Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, he turned up in the quarters of semi and a fucking final when they won it. Yeah, you can't knock him. Fair play to him. Yeah, and now them players are going to go, yo, remember when Ronaldo said we've got to do this and this, and we can't be going out tonight, can't have a late night, we have to eat chicken breast that's plain, not seasoned. You know what I mean? Yeah, eat like Ronaldo, train like Ronaldo, you might become Ronaldo, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what have we got?
They've got higher standards for Ronaldo and Messi and talking about what they've won and how they keep winning. They've got more standards for them than they have for their club. Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever they want to be defending these guys, it's like, okay, well, why don't you rate your club based on trophies? You rate these ballers based on trophies and what they've won and what they achieved in the game. But when it comes to Arsenal, different context. Success isn't just trophies. That's what I don't understand. Like,
I've got that. I've got a clip. Yeah, I've got that clip. I'll play that again very quickly. I've got that. Yeah. I don't know if you've done any shows cooking the gal recently because I ain't seen them. Yeah, but I've got this clip right here.
You know something? Tottenham sacking their manager proves trophies overhyped. Because they
want
trophies
are what?
Trophies are overhyped sometimes.
I don't think
you need to have a level of sustainability in the league, or else your trophy is just the icing on the cake.
Well, I did ask him if he wanted to come on all week, and he said that he can't because he's busy.
He was on the stream tonight after 10 o'clock, Lee. Just thought I'd throw
No way. Oh, wow. He told me he can't do streams after 10 p.m.
He was on Never a Foul after 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's almost like they're all trying to dodge this channel, isn't it? Because they know they're going to have to answer for their crimes against football. Maybe he needed some Sudocreme as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Carefree Lewis's facial expressions.
Because didn't you say that Igel says he doesn't come on after 10 o'clock now?
Yeah. He said he don't do streams after 10 p.m. Wow. He goes, I don't even do them on my own channel. I've asked him all week. He said, I can do Friday. I said, well, I'm busy Friday. And I am actually busy Friday. That's why I'm doing the stream with Runs on Thursday. Tomorrow. Yeah, but this is where we're at. Yeah, they've chatted shit all season. And then when they have to pay for their shit, yeah, no, I don't do streams. I'm sorry, mate, I'm busy. Oh, no, I'm out at the minute. Oh, I'm ill. Yeah, I feel, man. Yeah, man said DJB dry snitching.
I am.
Okay, man. You can.
I never hardly mention him actually because I just like, yeah. I mean, big up, I mean, he sticks to his principles, but.
Oh, I see a bit. Me and Matty sat backstage last night, yeah, and we watched a bit of Potts' channel when Christian was saying my mate met Berta and all that. The way you said that back to him, but don't worry, we're getting GYOKERES because your mate's bumped into Berta and he's told him the way you said that. I did this spat drink all over my fucking computer, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but no, he's met Berta." And he told him GYOKERES is kind of right, mate. That's like when that fucking knob stood outside the Emirates, yeah, and said. Arsenal are going to get Massimiliano Allegri. And the geezer went, who? Allegri. Yeah, bro, I swear, the more these people talk, yeah, the more they're fucking themselves up when it don't happen. Yeah, because they're leaving themselves nowhere to go. And they're fighting and fighting and fighting. Yeah, trying to stay super sickly positive. And when it all unravels, then what? Yeah, I hope we do go and get all the best players. And there's better players out there than every player we have at our football club. But we ain't going to buy them. And do they want to come? No, because we're shit. Yeah, how comes they ain't all queuing up to sign for Arsenal? Yeah, how comes Florian Wirtz said, nah, fuck that, I'll go Arsenal, mate. I mean, come on, they put the pressure on 3 years in a row.
This is what I was going to say, Lee. I don't think we're an attractive place to be right now. These players are not sort of jumping the queue to get to the front to come to Arsenal, are they? They're leaving their options open. Zubimendi's leaving his options open. He's hoping someone else will come in for him. Swear he is.
That's why he dropped a little hint about.
You can imagine what they're saying to their agent, can't you? Their agent's probably going, right, Arsenal, Arsenal, they're coming, and they're probably going, yeah, all right, I hear that, but has Liverpool made inquiries? Has Man United asked about me, or
Real Madrid?
I mean, Real Madrid, Barcelona. They're not actually sort of saying, oh, yeah, Arsenal, can't wait, let's go. Come on, get it done. Phone up, contact him, let's get down there quick. I can't. There's no players chomping at the bit to come to this football team. Oh, look.
Here we go. Before we go, let me just grab these super chats real quick, and grab a beer, because this could be a while. Oh yeah, toxic squad. Wait until this manager leaves, then you'll see what a toxic, unbalanced squad looks like. Joey, you're spitting facts on facts tonight. I can't lie. You spit facts every day, to be fair. Yeah, because we see it, bro. These men don't even know the ins and outs of the money, the players, how much they're getting paid. Like, is what it is. Is what it is, mate. I wanted a yellow ticker tape. 1st of June, Arsenal have signed somebody. Zubimendi, Sesko, whoever. Sign somebody. Put a statement out there of intent. Nope. Meanwhile, 2 better clubs have already signed 2/3, if not 3/4 of their players this summer. Yeah, and they've done it already. And we can't use Liverpool as an excuse of Club World Cup because they ain't in it. Is what it is. Big up to May. Cherky reportedly let go of his remaining Lyon wages to make the City move for the Club World Cup. Can't think anyone would ever do that for the GOAT Arteta. Well, apparently Cherky's got an attitude problem. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Because it's never a white English player that has an attitude problem. He's got passion. Funny that, isn't it? Yeah, big up to you, mate. Bless up, bro. Big up to Andrew the Aussie. Bosh. Timber injured first game. Marino injured first training session. Whoever will get injured when they sign the contract, it's laughable, fans. Yeah, he broke a fucking finger now when he signed the contract. It's not legally binding because he didn't actually sign the old signature. Then we get fined. Yeah, get a transfer ban for 3 winters. We're so shit. We got Joey again.
Lee, I beg, just before you read this super chat, yeah, remember, I had to tell Troops today, and I told you the other week, yeah, bro, you're Spider-Man, yeah? With great power comes great responsibility, yeah? I beg, bring up Mr. Waffles' comment in the chat.
I'll come back to Joey's super chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep on telling you, yeah, you need to be careful with the things that you say on your stream, yeah, because these things, yeah.
Look at this guy. Yeah.
They go far, yeah. By the way, yeah. So remember, great power, great responsibility, yeah.
Does that work the same way when you're saying we're going to go and smash up Newcastle and we didn't?
Oh, I don't have great power. I don't.
Well, you do because you're putting yourself out on a public platform on multiple public platforms.
I don't have great power.
You're not going to put it out unless people see it, are you? Let's be real. If nobody watched it, you wouldn't do it.
No, do you know what? Do you know what it is? I like making content. How about that?
When did you start making content?
Wait, do you know what? How about this, yeah? The first time I ever came on Lee's channel, yeah, afterwards, we sat backstage for time and he said to me, hey, bro, don't worry about the numbers. Don't focus on the numbers, yeah? So I'll be making it anyway. I could get 0 views, I could get 2 views, I could get 2,000. I could get 2 million, all the same. You get me? So, yeah, I just need everybody to know, because this needs to end here, yeah? Since February... Since February 1991, yeah, the 22nd, nothing has been on my ass. Yeah, I had to clarify that. Yeah, so
not even a pair of boxer shorts.
I'm not going to entertain that one.
Oh, man goes commando, bro. This is crazy.
Big up, man.
I hooked you up funny, man. I can't. I hope you're actually fucking hilarious.
Oh my god!
But no, real talk. I did say that to you backstage. Don't watch the numbers. I say it to everyone because what happens is you get consumed by the numbers, yeah, and you start fucking chasing, yeah. Then you don't become authentic, yeah, and stay authentic. You then chase for the clout, which is what a lot of these people are doing on the internet, yeah, because they chase. Oh shit! I had a viral tweet. Oh, I had a viral video. Oh shit! That's how it works. Right? I'll say something like that again. No, say what the fuck you mean. I mean what you say. Yeah, whether it's negative or perceived as negative, who cares, bruv? Yeah, I've had my friends out here for a week. Yeah, and Sal was sat there. Yeah, and some of the people in the chat would have heard him. I said, have we seen an Arsenal shirt in southern Spain since you've been here? No. He goes, we see a Tottenham one, though. Seen Leeds United. Seen Aston Villa. Seen Man United. Fuck ton of Chelsea. Fuck ton of Liverpool. Ain't PSG everywhere. Ain't seen an Arsenal shirt, bro. So all these dickheads are just sat online chatting shit.
The only thing I chase is my dreams. That's the only thing I chase.
But what are your dreams? Tell us your dreams. It's a safe space here.
No, it isn't. No, it is not.
No, we're here to help, man. Every little helps. Tesco, and that. You know what I mean?
Every little help. Hey, I like that bar. I use that bar. That's a nice bar. Every little helps. Yeah, but this, hey, ain't no place where I walk into a stream and man says Hooks put soda cream on his ass is a safe space. Yeah, so yeah. he had to come on. Yeah, see, he didn't want to come on here and answer for his crimes against football. But as soon as I said that, he was like, "No, I'm pulling that up. I'm pulling it up." No. And can we stop doing? Can we stop doing this as well? Because every time, apparently, there's something new that Hooks has said.
So what happened? No, real talk. Because I haven't seen it, and I've got time tomorrow, so I will find it. Yeah, because I'm just going to sit. What did a gal say to you? Because my chat were telling me a gal absolutely chefed you up earlier.
I haven't streamed with a gal. When did he?
Apparently on a stream. Chat, help me out. Apparently a gal absolutely chefed you. Maybe it was a tweet. I can't remember, but they said that you two were
chefed me.
Yeah. Apparently he's got a Michelin star now. They were saying.
A gal.
Well, no, I couldn't believe it myself.
Nah, it couldn't be me that man are talking about. It must have been somebody else.
It was the 1 a.m. stream.
The 1 a.m.
You mean the 1 p.m. stream? The one Troops did.
Oh yeah. They're talking about. Okay, I did a stream.
Oh, here we go. Go on, let's go.
And I was trolling Troops in it, and he started cussing me in it because I was trolling Troops in it. I was like, because obviously he told me, yeah, that I was sucking off Josh Kroenke, and I went, bro, by the way, I don't suck off no man, pause, yeah. So I went, okay, I see what Troops wants to do today, so I was like, cool, let's do it. People don't realize I control as well, yeah. So I said, look, by the way, hey, we can all complain and cry. Yeah, online. We can all do that. Yeah. But by the way, I need to see you, yeah, and Lee Gunner and Dan Potts, yeah, and all them, man, yeah, rise up the protest. Yeah. If we want to go do something in the real world.
I've been doing it all year. Hold up. Wait a minute. At the end of every single video, pretty much I've done from the start of the season, yeah, I've said Kroenke out. Yeah, you just know that guy. Hold on. You just said where you have great. No, hold on. What your words? Oh, yeah, comes great responsibility and all of that. Yeah. Well, I've been saying Kroenke out all season.
Okay. Now,
yeah. Like I said, so now because you said we get a big reach and all of this and that, you have great responsibility, blah blah blah. Well, I've been putting it out. There's millions of people every month.
Do you know what?
The massive Hooks is an activist now.
You used my bar against me, so I can't say anything.
Thank you. Well, Eminem, 8 Mile. Now tell these people something they don't know about me.
You know what? Yeah. He's a smart guy. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, you're smart.
I'm extremely smart. I'm not as stupid as I look, Hooks. Trust me.
I never say you look stupid, didn't it? I just like.
No, but what I do, yeah, and this is why nobody wins an argument against me, because I use their own words back on them. I mean, that's why a gal rage quits every single time. Yeah, because I use his words. I use Arteta's words. I get the final sound transfers. Cool. Well, it's your fault then. Yeah.
I just be real with you. I just can't believe that you was.
So before you go, Northside's got a bounce as well. Sorry. Bless up, North. Shout your channel out, bro.
Everyone, Northside LDN. Big up to everyone, man. Hooks. Hope you get better, man. Yeah,
thanks.
So you can stay pseudo free.
I knew something was coming after that. I knew it.
I've been pseudo free since I was a baby. Yeah, so don't worry about
that. Big up Northside, man.
Nah, I love all words, man. Northside LDN. Make sure you're subbing, bro.
Yeah, big up North. Take care.
Very nice.
Big up.
Go on, sorry, Hooks.
Yeah, no, I can't believe that man was sitting in his millionaire apartment. Yeah,
Millionaire apartment.
Hey,
Get out, bro. It's a two-bedroom apartment, bro. Come on, it's rented. I don't want to buy an apartment. Don't want to buy any property.
Do you know, I'm going to do an emergency stream. I'm going to do about Victor GYOKERES, but you know, I'm not going to invite Hooks. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but people have been telling me you're ill.
I am ill.
There you go then.
Bro, like, look, bro,
I can hear you. I can hear your voices. Yeah, I can hear you're not 100.
He's not there. Look at my eyes.
Yeah, Jez is on holiday. I haven't disturbed him. Yeah, you're ill. I'm not disturbing you. It's called respect. Respect. Yeah, respect. 3 for me, 2 for them. Respect. Respect. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can't close me, mate. Like, you will never close me. Yeah, ABC, always be closing, brother.
I hear it, man.
Even with a couple of cans. And I sent you a couple of cans from poolside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A couple of cans. Yeah, a couple of cans, man.
Couple of cans.
No, but real talk, right? Real talk, yeah. At the end of last season, yeah, and I'll bring the lads in as well on this, yeah. Right. End of last season, all the way through the season, end of the season, you was going, yeah, if you don't win a major, you don't win a major, you don't win a major. Well, you ain't won a major, and then you're sitting on the stream the other day saying, I'm excited for the season. Yeah, I'm excited to see where we go.
But by the way, yeah. Hey,
did you say that? Did you say that?
I need actual verification that I
right,
said.
Right, we've got 2.1k in the building. Somebody would have seen that.
Hey, well, if
tell me
somebody,
what minute of what stream it is, please.
If somebody would have seen that, yeah, I definitely don't see no new 2.1k subscribers on my channel. So don't watch my content and not subscribe.
Maybe they think you're deluded.
Hey, well, hey, look. If anything,
bro, don't think everyone that's watching is going to subscribe. Yeah, I've only got 640 likes.
Hey, if they think I'm deluded, then what? I think that's the best reason to subscribe to me, because then think of it like this: they can actually.
You'll never miss his delusion.
Yeah, they can report me to you. That's what they can do. They can report me to you. What better reason? Do you know what I mean? What better reason?
We're gonna call him U-turn Hooks from now on. This chat's goated, man. No, but did you say that though? You're excited for the season?
Like, look, yeah, I need to.
No, come on, no. It's a simple yay, nay, or bollocks.
I don't know if I said that. That's the honest.
Okay.
It sounds like something I might have said. Okay. It sounds like something I might, because it sounds.
You sound like an Arteta fan trying to explain the process.
It sounds very on brand.
DJ, he sounds like an Arteta fan explaining what the process is.
I'm just curious. Are you excited for the season, Hooks? Come on, are you excited?
I'm not. It depends on who we sign.
Yeah.
So what would make you excited for the season? What type of players? Like, name 5 players that will. In fact, not even 5. Name 3 players that would get you off your seat and go, yeah, I'm excited for this season. And then name 3 backups that would make you excited but less excited. Then after that, you're not excited.
Okay, so for me to be excited, I would say Victor GYOKERES, yeah, Rodrigo, yeah, and Zubimendi. Because I actually like Zubimendi. Don't shoot me, because I know that you don't really like him, but I like Zubimendi, innit? You get it. So that would be me being excited.
I know. I actually do like Zubimendi.
Okay, cool. So we both.
I don't know where everyone's got this. I don't like Zubimendi from, because I actually rate him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, hey, I rate him as well.
I just don't think he's Rodri, because I watch him every week.
I don't think he's Rodri either. But hey, I didn't ask for Rodri. I asked for Zubimendi. Yeah. So I'm excited.
That's
That's not a bad forward line, actually.
It's all right, isn't it?
Saka.
Boom.
GYOKERES and Rodrigo.
We can talk about potentially winning the league then with that front 3.
Well, we've still got to talk about the manager being.
Score goals.
The manager's still in charge, Cole.
The manager's still there, Cole.
I know. Yeah, all of that. So wait, what the other one was the not wait.
Less excited but still excited.
Okay, so less excited but still excited. I would say, Sesko. Barcola and Rogers.
Okay. That
would be me. Yeah, I'm not excited, but I'm happier than with what we currently have.
Yeah, but the bar's low, so that's not what I asked.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of what you asked.
No, because you're currently Arteta out because you said he had to win a major, he didn't. So excited means we're gonna go for it this season. We got Rodrigo, we got
no.
Zubimendi.
Maybe that's what excited means for you. But excited just means I'm going to be excited watching Arsenal play football. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you what would make me really excited: GYOKERES, Rodrigo, Rodgers instead of Zubimendi, and Arteta getting the sack. That would really make me so excited. Seeing another manager, having the balls to sack their manager like Spurs have.
Do you know what? Yeah. So here's my thing. Yeah, like
sub to Hooks as well. Big up, Gaden, sweetie.
Look, I've been an Arsenal fan since I was like 3 years old. Yeah, that's quite some way away now. Yeah. Now, I'm not able. I've tried. I'm not able.
You're going to do the whole politics. No, I'm not able to get the manager out, so I'm not going to whinge about every day.
I'm not able to like disconnect myself from my it's way too embedded in my DNA at this
because you're still not in acceptance stage yet.
No, it's way too embedded in my DNA. Like I can't. There was a time in my life where I had enough, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not even watching Arsenal no more. And I went about 2 games, and I felt like a crackhead that hadn't had any crack in a while, and I had to go back. Yeah, I just can't. It's like I'm just Arsenal. When man say Arsenal through and through, yeah, they're talking about me. Yeah, I'm Arsenal through and through. Is what it is. Yeah, controls my mood. If they lose on the weekend, my whole week is dead until they play again. And then
it's horrible, isn't it?
It just is what it is. I'm just that type of fan, innit? Now, I said, like I said it many times, and do you know what? I hope I don't have to say this again starting next season because I feel like I've said it enough. Yeah. My
think of me, sorry to cut him. Big up LB for the raid and all the raiders. Yeah, these men are fucking loving life. Yeah. They're Cherky raid. Bless up to all you Man City fans, and good luck in the Club World Cup. But now think of me. I've been saying the same thing for 6 fucking years nearly with this manager. Yeah. And I unfortunately, if you believe something and you believe you're right, you stick to your principles. I can't back something I don't believe in. Pause. I don't believe in this manager, and until he fucking proves me wrong, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care who I piss off. Because I'm not trying to be liked by anyone.
Hey, neither am I. Neither am I. Yeah, and do you know what? Do you know what's actually worse for me? Yeah, I'm not just hated by the negative man. I'm hated by the positive man as well. Yeah, because I'm not with them, man.
Does that mean you're a flip flop then?
No, it means I'm yeah? I'm not a top gooner. I'm not a bottom gooner. Yeah, I'm a bottom gooner. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I am, in it. Yeah. So, look, my threshold was win me a major or I want you gone. Yeah, I think you deserve to be sacked. Cool, but I know now they're not gonna sack him. I know they're not gonna sack him. So all I can do now is maintain my. Okay, you're cool. You're here. Okay, cool. I demand another major. Like that's not going to change. Like just,
but Hooks. Sorry to cut in. Yeah, you said to me earlier. Yeah. Oh well, you should be the forefront. You guys on here should be doing the protests and all of this and that. Yeah, cool. Yeah. But you're accepting that the manager that you want sacked for not winning a major, is still going to be here next season, and you're going to just go with it and expect another major when you know deep down your heart of hearts he ain't going to win a major. So hang on, let me land. So. If you when you're in a relationship with someone, whether it's a friendship or a sexual relationship, intimate relationship, like if somebody's taking the fucking piss, they get a certain amount of warnings, right? Or a certain amount of conversations take place where you go, no, listen, this can't keep continuing. And this is how you fall out with friends or boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever it may be. Bro, I don't feel like you're anywhere near that stage yet.
No, but do you know the difference is, Lee? Do you see in that scenario with the friend?
You can change it. I know what you're going to say.
I can change it. I have the power to change it. I don't have the power to I can. Do you know what it's like? Yeah, like I need to break the wall. Yeah, like I'm not going to keep on slamming my head against the wall to break it because I know that's not going to break the wall. Do you know what I mean? I can't break.
Yeah, but you can change it because, like you said when you came in here, and said, Yeah, that we should be doing the protests and all of that because we're and it comes great responsibility with the platform.
Yeah,
so
you're the Lords of Arsenal, bro.
No. I'm not. No, Hooks. I'm just a normal football fan that don't like the football club right now, how it's being run. You have a platform. You're on social media. It's a public platform. Yeah, everyone you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of them. Yeah, everyone you're on. It's a public platform. Yeah, so for me, I use my public platforms. Yeah, to put out my opinion. And if other people want to hate on it, like on it, cool. And you're doing the same, I've granted, yeah? But guess what? 2 years ago, not a single fucking person other than this chat, yeah, would have agreed with me. Now I open Twitter, there's fucking thousands of people going, yo, he was right, you know, he was right. I don't want to be right, Hooks. I want us to win a trophy. But what I'm saying is if you don't believe in the manager, for me, and we're both different. We both have different lives, both have different fucking views and stuff like that. That's cool. I use my social media to peddle out my truth, and I'm not backing down and going, fuck it, just go with the flow. We'll see if he wins a major next season. Because what happens is that multiplies because you've got a platform where a lot of people watch you, and a lot of people do watch you. Let's stop playing this little man thing, yeah? Right? You do get a lot of people. Bro, come on, bro. Even if you get one person watch you, that's one person that you could make think something slightly different. Well, me and you don't agree on everything. Yeah, but you don't supposed to agree on everything. But if you sit there and show fact-based evidence, yeah, and you sit there and say, "Yo, this is this, this is that," yeah, this is what I think should happen, and you do it every single day, and you stick to your principles. But when the club win a game, yeah, against Man City, go back and watch that watch on. I was fucking buzzing. I said at 2-0, go and fucking hammer them. Yeah, nobody clipped that. So I don't care. I keep saying what I'm saying. And if you use your platform like that, and everybody else who wants the manager out, that wants to, you know, we'll go again next season kind of thing. This is how, and I'm not saying blaming you solely, but this is how we've ended up with millions of fans around the world, yeah, that go, fuck it, we'll go again next year. Referees, injuries. No, the manager.
But Lee, come on, man, I don't do that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you did do that,
I don't do that.
You want the manager out. You openly admit that, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, I say that on my channel as well. I actually say that, like literally everywhere I've been, when people ask me, I say that, yeah. Like I don't say Arteta out, I say Mikel move in it. I don't like to do the buzzword thing. You
don't want to be associated with people like us.
I don't want to be. I'm not.
I hear it. Like some people can't take all the heat that we get.
I'm not a sheep. I'm a shepherd, innit? So I don't say what other men say. I say what I say.
You would rather be on your own island of relevancy rather than joining everybody else.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
And the other thing is as well, I actually tell people, yeah, on my channel, when the people that whoever they pick them up, yeah, because you know, grateful for all the people that come through and watch me. I tell them, don't listen to what I say, and then take it for gospel.
Yeah.
Like, go and form your own opinion. This is just, you just come.
That's why I don't like the word influencer. I ain't influencing anyone. I'm saying my opinion. If you agree with it, cool. If you don't. But if I say something and show fact-based evidence to back it up, what I'm saying, 2 or 3 people might go, yo, he's actually fucking spitting facts. I don't like the prick because the way he talks and this and that, whether that's me, you, or DJ or Cole or anybody else, but I can't even argue with that. And this is why when people chat shit, yeah, in comment sections everywhere on any app I'm on, yeah, they can't counter what I'm saying. Yeah, because the facts are the facts, bro. I deal in facts. Yeah, this is why I said, like, I will use people's words back on them. Gal rage quits 9 times out of 10 when he's on me. Why? Because I will use fact-based evidence. If you use fact-based evidence, you can't argue with facts. It's facts. Yeah, if it's an opinion, I get cooked. If it's an opinion, I get cooked. My chat will cook me.
I agree.
But this is what I'm saying. If you want the manager out, for me,
I have a plan though. I have a plan.
Well, hopefully it's better than a super duper fucking mix plan.
You know what? Yeah, because you lot. Yeah,
I am listening. I'm going to empty this ashtray because it stinks.
You lot, yeah, you're too focused on the short term. Yeah, you're too focused on the here and now. Yeah, my plan, yeah, is to grow my platform, yeah, and my profile and my brand to a level, yeah, where I get invited to certain spaces, and then I'm gonna meet Josh, and I'm gonna sit down with him, and we're gonna have a conversation, and I'm gonna tell him, yo, bro, hear me out, yeah, hear me out, yeah. I know what you're trying to do, but it's just not working. You know, you're a smart brother. just do the right thing. You get me? We'll have our cigars, whiskey. You must like whiskey. I'm a whiskey man. You get me? I like a couple of cans as well. You get me? Kind of rather bags of flakies and all of that. But yeah, you know, because my thing is, yeah, and my thing has always been, yeah, is because I'm someone who I'm super stubborn. I don't know if it's a good trait or a bad trait, but I am super stubborn, yeah. And because I know I'm super stubborn, I know there's no point trying to explain to people or tell people how to support the club. I don't even think it's anyone's right to do that anyway. I believe that everyone's entitled to support their club, and not even just Arsenal, whatever club they support, however they want to support it. If you want to be super delusional, be super delusional. If you want to be positive all the time, be positive all the time. If you want to be negative all the time, be negative all the time. If you want to cuss out the manager, cuss out the players. If you want to, I don't know, if you want to make tweets saying that Calafiori looks beautiful and all that stuff there, cool. However you want to support the club, support the club. It's not my place to tell people things. It's just
okay. But you told me that I should use this platform to do protests with DJ B and
No.
Did he say that? Did he say that, lads?
What I actually said is people like you.
What do you mean, people like me?
Troops, Turkish.
But let's spit facts.
Oh, with big platforms. That's what we're saying. With big platforms. Okay.
If you man actually said, hey, look, for example, if you man said, yeah, me, Turkish, Troops, Dan Potts, we've come together to organize a protest, and you man put that all on your platforms, and there's a date and there's an Eventbrite link or whatever, man will turn up.
No, they won't, because Turkish has done it before, bro. We've been there.
Yeah, I spoke to Troops about that, and that was like
we've been there.
All three. Yeah, but
and that was when there was a fuck ton more people that wanted Wenger out than want Arteta out.
Yeah, but
and 9 people. Northside was at the Arsenal side. Northside turned up. No, Turkish was there. There was about 7 people there.
Lee, yeah.
So you could have the biggest platform. Not only that, what you're forgetting as well, yeah, right. And I know you're a smart guy, so I'm not trying to mug you off. You know that. I appreciate you coming on the channel while you're ill. Yeah, but you're a smart guy, bro. Yeah, 50% of the people that watch this channel every month don't live in England. So out of the 50, hold on, out of the 50% that do live in England, how many of them are available for a protest? Not only that, how many of them can actually get to the protests if they don't live in London? So now your numbers have gone from, 1 million people watched the channel, 2 million people last month. So now you've dwindled it down to, oh shit, there's only about 5, 10, 20, 50 people that will actually turn up. Hence why when AFTV, with the guy who will not be named, and myself, we're all backing out banners with Troops and other people. The protest, ask Kenny, ask anyone. Yeah, bro, the biggest protest we see, and I was there, front and center, the biggest protest, and that was on a bigger platform than I have, and Turkish and Troops have combined. Yeah, the biggest protest I see, there was probably about 600 people there. Yeah, why? Because number one, people don't want to be associated with a protest because it's negative. Yeah. Most don't live in England, and if they do, they can't be fucking asked to drive down or pay for a ticket for a train, which is fair enough. So now you've gone from, it looks like a big platform. So how many people will actually turn up? Hardly any, bro. And when you said about going and meeting Josh Kroenke, bro, come on, I know you're only joking, The fact of reality is, I know factually the football club watch my channel. They watch your channel. They watch Cole's channel. They'll be watching DJ's channel. They do watch you. Not Josh Kroenke. They have a social media team that watch every single thing on the internet, bro. I know this factually.
You know how I know they don't watch me?
Why?
Do you know how I know they don't watch me? Yeah. Because I actually call them out when I'm streaming. I'm like, yo, by the way, if anyone from Arsenal is watching, actually, do you know what? Do you know what? They are watching. Do you know why they're watching?
Oh, thank you. He's finally got the pennies dropped, lads.
No, do you know what? It just dropped. Yeah, I couldn't find the penny, so I had to drop the tweezers. The same sort of sound, right? do you know what it is? Yeah, I was on a stream with Troops today. Yeah, and in that stream, I told, hey, bro, relax. There's still a chance we get GYOKERES. And he was laughing at man. He was cussing man out. He was laughing at man. Yeah. I said, Troops, hey, relax, bro. Yeah, because he started saying Nigao, Babs, positive man, brothers, all of that. Yeah. I was like, bro, relax, bro. There's still a chance that GYOKERES will come. A few hours after I said that, man like Hassan's in London, you know, chatting to Arsenal, bro.
How'd you know that?
If you don't know who Hassan is, if you don't
That's
know
his agent. How'd you know that?
Me and Hassan, we're on first.
Yeah, that's because the name went out because cool. But how do you know he's actually there? And not only that, how do you know?
How do I know he's there? Well,
because you know Man United have got an HQ in London, right?
Oh,
factually.
Okay, that's great. Well, do you know what? Do you know what was reported? That he's there talking with Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, who reported it?
CNN Portugal.
CNN Portugal. All right, any of the Portuguese in this chat, yeah, and I know I've got loads of Portuguese fans in here, or Portuguese nationals in here. CNN Portugal, yeah? Right, because I'll tell you another one that reported it, and it's the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my life, yeah? It's called Mace Football. Yeah, MAISFUTEBOL.
Do you know what? Do you know why they reported it? Because they saw that CNN Portugal reported. That's how aggregation.
Fantastic. So CNN Portugal reported it. Have we got any photographic evidence of them with the owner? Because that's what was reported, right? He was going to meet the owners.
Well, okay, Lee. Well, okay. By the way,
photo never happened then, didn't it?
Wait, you think I don't? You think that I don't follow you on Twitter?
So can you show me fact-based evidence of that happening?
But when Man City are reported to be signing Severe Nipan, and you're retweeting it and saying, remember telling me that he was going off.
DJ, the source is Christians, mate.
Hey, the source is Christians.
Do you know what? Yeah,
that's the source, man. Christian's buddy.
No, honestly, though, hooks though. We're we are doing this because I did in facts, not fantasy.
No, we're not doing this. Yeah, we're not.
No, I'm doing this, and real talk. I did in facts, not fantasy. If I see Josh Kroenke, because apparently he went to meet the owners, right? Number one, why the fuck is our owner going to meet an agent? Where the fuck's Berta? Where the fuck's Tim Lewis? Where's Richard Garlick? And where's Mikel Arteta? So, hold on. Why did it specifically state he's going to meet the owner? Why? When's the owner ever close a deal? The owner's paying millions of pounds to people to do that for him. And I guarantee you right now, Josh Kroenke ain't even in the country. Guarantee it.
I don't know.
No, exactly. So it's all hearsay. I did in facts. What do you make of this? What do you make of this, DJ?
No, there's no way Josh Kroenke's involved in any dealings. He's not paying Berta top dollar for him to get off, for him to jump on a plane and start meeting owners and agents and all of that. He's not getting involved in that. No way.
It wasn't CNN Portugal that reported that.
Oh, so it's a fake source.
But whoever, but it'd be
don't tell me who the source was. I didn't fact because you know this. You know me long enough now.
No, because I saw the same tweet that you were referring to. I just can't remember who posted.
I'll tell you who's put this bullshit out there. Yeah, I'll show you the video. No, hold up. Can
you tag me in it though? It'd be very.
No, I'll share the screen.
No, but I'm gonna use it tomorrow morning when I stream. So it'd be very
fantastic.
Helpful.
I'll share the screen because Flowers went all over this one, mate. Don't worry about that. He put all the links up. Yeah.
You can tag me. Okay, thanks.
Well, bro, how long in this video are we? 2 hours 3 minutes. Yeah, go for 2 hours 3 minutes on the stream.
The video. Tag me in the tweet.
What tweet?
Wherever you're getting the report from, or send the link.
No. Wait. Just relax 1 second. Yeah, relax.
I'm very relaxed.
You are very relaxed. Right, watch. Talks advanced. Why do you think I put my title as GYOKERES talks are not advanced? Why? Why do you think I put the title specifically as that? Why? Because he chats bollocks. And this is the sources he's got them from, yeah? Watch this. And I've got a lot of Portuguese in this fucking chat, yeah? Right, Antero, yeah, Rafael, yeah, anyone else, yeah? Real talk, the sources are fucking bullshit. Watch this. Watch, because he waffles on for 10 minutes. Right, then he'll put the thing up in a second. Where is it? Hang on, maybe I've missed it. There we go. Right, wait. Here we go. Who the fuck is Alfredo Padula? Italian journalist, yeah? Any Italians in here? Yeah, I know I've got Italians in here. Arsenal are working to leapfrog Manchester United for GYOKERES. What's that even mean?
It means to kind of take over them in the race, like jump ahead of them.
Yeah, I know what leapfrog is.
CNN has specifically stated that apparently GYOKERES' agent, Hassan, whatever his name is, has met with the owners of Arsenal.
Owners of Arsenal. So what, you're telling me they fucking defrosted Stan, yeah, took him out the freezer, got him on a fucking private jet.
It says here, met with Arsenal's owners on Wednesday. Let's put my eyes on, because I'm blind.
Does anyone know whereabouts they met?
To expect to a transfer to the Premier League side. The report adds the Arsenal have always been the preference of 27-year-olds. So now they're saying that it's always been GYOKERES' preference.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Now watch this. Now what? Yeah, the source was CBB. So Graham, you're hilarious. Yeah. Right, so that's Sport Italia. So I take it they're shit then, yeah? They're basically the Football London of Italy. Is that what we're saying? Who is Alfredo Padula? I've never heard of him. And why have we never heard of him if he's so good? I've never heard of him.
I'm still a rookie in this game, Lee. Yeah, it's my first season.
Because I've been doing this for 7-8 years, doing transfer.
They told me,
Right, Alfredo Padula. He's 61 years old. Yeah, and he works for... Oh, that's all in Italian.
Let's not be ageist now. Let's not be ageist. Age doesn't matter.
Come on, I'm 43 now, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Alfredo Padula. Bonnie, fucking hell, Chris Master. So it's the leapfrog. We're leapfrogging, yeah? We're leapfrogging. What does that even mean? Yeah, surely we know how much the price is. It's 100 million euro, mate. Pay the money or fuck off. That is pretty simple, isn't it?
That's not how negotiations work. See,
but you don't need to negotiate on a buyout clause. Pay it or fuck off.
No, but like, do you know what it's like?
Man said it's Calafiori's barber.
Okay. Wait. You know what, okay, wait. Before. Okay, let me ask you a question. Yeah. Do you think now that Zubimendi is coming to Arsenal?
Zubimendi, I think I'd say 75% yes coming to Arsenal. However, don't be surprised if he don't, because I'll say something. Hooks, real talk, let me land, yeah? Because there's 3 or 4 more sources that are shit on this one as well, on his video, yeah? Right? You have to, it's a release clause. The way a release clause works, yeah, you drop the money into the Spanish FA for Zubimendi. The club don't need to know anything about it until the money's deposited, and then the player has decided, he's going. We did that with Thomas Partey. Atleti did not even know that Thomas Partey was leaving until the Spanish FA said he's leaving. Arsenal paid the money. Right? Now, the player can then negotiate with the club that he's already at. Not only that, you can go over the release clause to do it on the Klarna payment thing, right? Which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Now, not only that, has anybody posted out that we have officially made a bid? No. So hold on a minute. We've had a here we go.
Wait, when you said anybody, what do you mean?
Has any journalist around the world posted out that Arsenal's opening bid, official bid, because Fabrizio and Ornstein will be all over that shit. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Have they posted out? Have they posted out that we put a bid in? Yeah, because we have not got 51 million quid cash because we owe Declan Rice money 33 million quid this summer.
Yeah, but we're not paying it 51. We're not paying
because we're trying. No, that's my point. Because we're trying to go over the release clause, which is why we're negotiating with Sociedad. So hold on.
That's what's been agreed.
So why ain't he here then?
Because we're waiting until July the 1st
because you believed all the bullshit about it goes on the next year's books, which is true. Cool, fantastic, cool. Yeah. So how much have we paid for? How much have we bid for him then?
We're 55 million in total.
55 million.
In total, we're paying more so we can spread out the payment terms.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Can you show me, where Fabrizio or Ornstein would be all over that to suck off Arsenal? Ornstein especially. Can you tell me and show me exactly fact-based evidence here from David Ornstein that says we are paying 55 million and the contract's going to be X amount of years? You can't, because it ain't happened. We ain't bid for him yet. We're still negotiating with Real Sociedad for the amount of money over and the length of deal, which is why there's a 25% chance Real Madrid go, there's 60 million, fuck off. Yeah, because then they get the money in one lump.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if we go by like Fabrizio and Ornstein's behavior, like they only release the figures when it's been triggered. But like I said,
so it hasn't been triggered, which is what I've said.
Yeah, but because we're not triggering it until the 1st of July.
No. Hold up. Fabrizio done a here we go on it, Hooks.
Yeah, but he's done a here we go, but he did a here we go in May.
No, he didn't. He did a here we go. Oh, sorry, he did. Sorry, my bad. He did. So hold on. So if he's done a here we go, are you now saying that Fabrizio is not a credible source when he says here we go?
But the deal's going.
Or is it yes or no? If it's a here we go, it happens, right?
The only way he's not credible is if Zubimendi doesn't come to Arsenal now.
So it's not a here we go then, is it?
What do you mean it's not a here we go?
Florian Wirtz is a here we go. It was done, right?
Because Liverpool actually need to get their business done before July. So they're doing
Why?
it
Why
now.
do they? Why do Liverpool need to do it
They
before
want
July?
all of the money to be on this year period's books.
Why? That makes no sense. Surely you'd want it on next year, so you wait an extra year to play it.
I don't know. This is what all the Liverpool source. I'm not even a Liverpool fan, so this is not even my opinion.
Which Liverpool source? Tell me the name and I'll find the tweet.
But I speak with Liverpool fans. This is what they.
Well, I've got hundreds of them in my chat right now, and they're all saying you're chatting rubbish.
Do CIA investigation with one of them.
I don't need to. I understand basic fundamentals of how football transfers work. Yeah, I'm not saying I know everything about football transfers. I don't. What I'm saying is, yeah, Zubimendi, here we go before the season finished, right? Yeah. So if that is the case, then surely we would know the length of the contract, the terms, yeah, in terms of how many years and the fee. Because let's be real with this, every single time Ornstein or Fabrizio posts something, they know the length of the contract and the fee. We haven't had any of that. Yeah. And not only that, when he did the here we go, the transfer window weren't even open. So factually, we can't deposit 60 million euros because you're not allowed to legally do that until the window opens. It's a release clause. So working on that basis that we're not going to pay the release clause, he's put a here we go out knowing that we've done a Klarna thing by going over the release clause. So cool. What's the length of the contract and how much we paid them? Not only that, why ain't he here? And you can still announce a deal and then say, yeah, it'll be announced officially by the clubs on the 1st of July because they want to put it on next year's accounts. Yeah, Sociedad want it on next year's accounts. We have seen multiple instances. Yeah, chat, am I lying? Multiple instances of a deal being done, but it won't be announced until the 1st of July because at midnight on the 30th of June, you go into the next year of a contract. Factually. So you can do a deal. Yeah, you can do a deal. Yeah, but the clubs will not announce it themselves officially until the 1st of July, which goes on to Sociedad's next year's books. So they ain't fucking worried about it on this year because obviously they're close to FFP. Yeah, sorry, not close to FFP. They might want it on next year so that it'll keep them sweet. Yeah. So
why are you saying that we're not signing them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I never said that. I said we're 75% chance of signing him. We have not done the deal. We have not made a bid. We have not deposited 60 million euros. The window's been open. It's now shut. Yeah, it was open for 10 days. Why didn't we deposit 60 mil? Why? Because Sociedad want it for next season, for next year, yeah? Right, from July 1st. So cool. Why have we got a here we go and no details on the length of the contract or how much we're paying in the first bid, second bid, third bid? Maybe that with every other player.
Maybe that information hasn't been revealed yet.
So how does Fabrizio know it's a here we go then?
That's a question that you have to ask him. I don't know.
But you're fighting his corner as his lawyer right now.
I'm not fighting his corner.
But you're believing that he's signing for us.
Yeah, I do believe that he's signing.
I think he will.
It's not just
what I'm saying is, do not be surprised if Real Madrid just come in and go bang, there's 60 million. Yeah, and then he's not coming to Arsenal.
Do you know what my thing is? Yeah. Do you know what my thing is? Yeah. This is my.
I'll come back to the other sources on this in a second. Off script.
I'm someone who firmly believes, yeah, there's no smoke without fire. So if this many people are reporting the same thing, then I'm more inclined to believe it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Pick up Jezza.
If there's like, for example, if it was just one random Twitter account saying, "Oh, Arsenal have signed Zubimendi, even if they said on a 5-year contract, spreading out. I'm not going to believe it because who are you? But
Okay, so you're going to believe the BBC
when there's multiple credible sources.
They're not credible. They're all finessing you, bro.
When I say credible, more often than not, I would say probably even higher than 90%. When they say a deal is going to happen, it happens for all clubs. More often.
Okay, well, I'll give you loads that Ornstein's got wrong and loads that Fabrizio's got wrong if you want.
You can give me exceptions, but exceptions do not disprove the case. If anything, they prove it because they are exceptions.
Well, they're not exceptions. There's hundreds of examples of the BBC fucking up and getting it wrong.
Yeah,
the Athletic getting it wrong.
But I'm not talking about BBC.
So you're only talking about two people on the internet, Ornstein and Fabrizio, yeah?
So for me, personally, I don't even...
They're the only two that you listen to, yeah?
I don't even really care about Fabrizio. I'll be honest. For me...
So only Ornstein, yeah?
I listen to Ornstein, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. But for me, Fabrizio, to me, he's the late run into the box, back post, tapping merchant. And that's what
he's the Raheem Sterling. They don't do it for us.
That's what Fabrizio is to me. But usually, because Ornstein's not someone who like every 30 minutes tweeting something.
Cool.
You know what I mean, he's not.
So when he's got over 50 wrong, then yeah.
But out of how many? What's the ratio? 50.
Well, I don't know. You tell me because you say you don't tweet every 30 minutes.
I was like.
I'll give you one. In fact, I'll give you 10 examples of what he's got wrong. Yeah. Okay. Do you remember when Arsene Wenger managed to referee the game at the Vatican? Do you remember that? And England were training it. And that's how far back I'll go, bro, because it's all up here. Hence why he's blocked me on my old Twitter account and this new Twitter account. And I've cussed him out on here, and he don't fucking like it because I call his bullshit out. He's a serial liar. Have you ever seen a journalist so confident in what they're saying, going, because he's fucking thinking, how can I cover every angle? So let me go back and I'll take it up to now. No, 1 sec. Right? The Vatican game, Arsene Wenger ref the game. England were training at the Emirates. Yeah, sorry, at Colney. Arsenal's transfer business is done for the day. Deadline day, finished. 1 hour later, Danny Welbeck rocked up. Cool. Nuri Sahin is joining Arsenal on loan. Well, I'm still fucking waiting. Still waiting. Nicolas Pepe will not join Arsenal. I remember the exact day of that. 13th of July, I landed at Malaga Airport. 13th of July. That's how I found Fabrizio. Because he said, no, it's a done deal. Here we go. Yeah. We can carry on if you want. David Ornstein said, yeah, on deadline day, it was deadline day last season. Deadline day last season, Arsenal's transfer business has been concluded. There will be no more signings. That was at lunchtime on deadline day. Yeah, what happened? The whole fan base went into shit. And guess what? We'll now accept Raheem Sterling, yeah, on deadline day. Hold on. Hussein. No, wait. Because I said I'll give you...
No, because you're going to go to something different. We could...
No, I'm telling you things he's got wrong.
Wait. Just because they're a credible source does not mean that they can't get things wrong. The way that these men work, from my understanding, and I
put it out there.
They have connections within the
David Ornstein is factually, you know this, Hooks. David Ornstein is factually allowed to tweet out the announcement on Twitter 1 minute before Arsenal officially announced that player. Why? Yeah. So do you say they got connections? He's got the fucking club.
He has connections within the club. And with the Sterling deal, Edu himself came out and whether you believe it or not, that's on you. But he came out himself and said it was a last minute thing. So at 12 o'clock, Arsenal could have been like, you know what, we don't think we're going to do anything more. And
if
then
you actually genuinely believe all of this is just a coincidence.
A few hours after that, it could have all changed. We're like, do you know what I mean? Like,
so it's not credible then. Big up Marie, so he's not credible.
But you can. Okay, so then nobody's.
What about? I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one. Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson.
Nobody's credible.
Reece Nelson. Yeah, was going to Ipswich. Bro, Reece Nelson was going to Ipswich. Deadline day in January was dead, right? Am I lying?
Yeah.
It was dead. Yeah, it was dead. Yeah, it was totally dead. The only 3 deals that were major deals were Sancho to Chelsea, Sterling to Arsenal, and Reece Nelson to Fulham. Yeah. They posted out on deadline day that all 3 they're all up in the air. Bro, I know 110 billion% Reece Nelson had already done that deal the day fucking before, right? That deal to Ipswich, they longed it out until an hour before the deadline day. Oh, the deal's fallen through. Yeah, to Ipswich. 3 minutes later, he's going to fucking Fulham. David Ornstein's deleted the tweet, so I was live and I fucking shared it. Yeah, and I said to him, I said to him, I directed it at him. I said, Reece Nelson done that deal yesterday, mate, which makes me then believe so does Sancho and so does Sterling. And Matty, you know Matty's a very good photographer. They done that deal right on the 11th hour, yeah? How the fuck inside 3 hours at 2 a.m. when they dropped the fucking bomber off Arsenal website, how have they managed to interview Edu? How have they managed to interview Arteta? How have they managed to do the interview for Sterling? How have they managed to get the lights, camera, crew, all of that, everything done, rush everyone back in from all over London, around where they live, Hertfordshire, Suffolk, all that? How have they managed to do all the green screen thing, the shirt thing? Yeah, Matty said that would take with all the photos and everything. He said that would take at least 10 hours.
It depends.
At least.
It depends.
So no. And they've done the announcement video and they've done it all in under 3 hours. Load of bollocks. I know factually Reece Nelson had done that deal the day before. Yeah, 100%. So that makes me believe they longed it out and they're playing everyone. David Ornstein, is like that's with Arsenal Football Club.
But they could be playing him as well.
No, they're not. Bro, this guy's sitting down talking to Josh Kroenke if he's a good boy and posts what they want.
Okay, wait. So the reason why you're saying that you knew that it was going to happen the day before.
I know factually. I'll tell you why afterwards. In fact, actually, I've said that before. I know people that know him. Yeah, and I know Reece Nelson was done the day before. I'll give you another one, yeah? Kieran Tierney. I was sat on this very channel. Chat, am I lying? Chat, anyone that's been here from when Kieran Tierney signed, yeah? And there's loads of you in here. I sat here and I said, Kieran Tierney sat in Sopwell House, in St Albans. Done deal, passed his medical, he's chilling. He's in his hotel room. It's done deal from Celtic. 4 fucking hours later, I'm still live. Breaking news. Yeah, Celtic have allowed him to drive down and do the deal. Bollocks, he was in Sopwell House, already done the deal. They've spit this shit out to finesse fans to make you think like, oh shit, Arsenal are not going to buy anyone. Social media fans then all lose their shit. And then they go, will they accept Sterling now? Man said on the phone, oh yeah, I spoke to Sterling for 10 minutes and I realised he was the player I needed. Why didn't you fucking play him all year then?
Yeah. That's a whole different. But
it's part of the game.
So the Kieran Tierney thing.
So I'm going to stop getting irate. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
The Kieran Tierney thing. Yeah, like he could that in that Sopwell House, whatever you said it was. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, but David Ornstein posting after the fact that Celtic allowed him to drive down is not incorrect because he got to Sopwell House. Celtic did allow him to drive down. So
why is it 4 hours later? How do I know first? How do I know first?
Okay, because obviously you don't, like, whoever's told you doesn't need verification to tell you, because they know that you're not gonna say anything if they ask you to, and you're not in a role where if you say something too early, your job is at risk. Like, common sense.
How is David Ornstein's job at risk? He don't work for Arsenal Football Club.
You're a smart guy, bro.
I'm a smart guy, which is why I know the whole thing's a scam. How is David Ornstein's job at risk? He don't work for Arsenal Football Club.
Say for example, yeah, they had Kieran Tierney at Sopwell House, yeah.
I know he was.
Yeah. So say they have him there, and David Ornstein releases that information right away. Yeah, releases it right away. Yeah, but then Arsenal have second thoughts and don't want to go through with the deal.
The deal's done. He signed the contract. He's passed his medical. The deal's done. He was in Sopwell House. It done deal. Finished. Signed the paperwork. Photos done. Video done. Pictures, interviews, a lot.
So you don't understand how in the world of media, people need, like, if Ornstein wants to keep his relationship with Arsenal good, so he can continue.
Yeah, so now he's more interested in his career than telling the truth.
Of course.
Okay. So let me stop you right there. I'll give you another one. Yeah. In fact, I'll give you another 2. Yeah. Anyone that's watched this channel, and we know from day one, a lot of you are here. Yeah, if not most. Yeah. I sat here. Yeah, and I said, yeah, Nicolas Pepe got shown round London Colney by Alexander Lacazette. Not a single fucking journalist put that out there. Nobody fucking knew, but they knew all the build-up apparently. Apart from Ornstein, who, by the way, didn't know he was coming, and Fabrizio mudded him, and he was coming. Guess what? 2 days later, what did Arsenal YouTube channel do? The video is still there, mate. 2 days later, and the video that I said it on is still here. 2 days later, Alexander Lacazette shows Nicolas Pepe round London Colney. How do I know more? Matt Ryan, another one. Not a single fucking journalist, including Ornstein, mentioned anything about Matt Ryan, the goalkeeper. I posted it out on Twitter. Yeah, 2 days later, nobody's mentioned it in the world of media. Arsenal dropped the fucking announcement. How do I know more about what's going on with these players than these journalists? Why? Because I'm not trying to finesse people, bro, and I'll say it there.
You're Lee Gunner. What do you mean?
Bro, it's David Ornstein, it's Fabrizio Romano. I'm just some fucking Arsenal fan that hates my club.
Lee Gunner, bro. Let's not pretend like you don't know people that have connections to the club or people that have connections to players. Like, let's not do this. Like, what we
so
doing?
How comes then? I'm telling the truth.
I tell you what. Okay.
So you're telling me they're lying then? Is that what you're saying?
Wait.
Is that answer the question? Is that what they're saying? You're saying they're lying then?
Wait, let's do this. Yeah.
Sorry, and we'll let them guys go as well.
I'll answer first, and then Brother Man Gun down, and then Brother Man DJB can answer afterwards. Yeah. Did any of you lot know that Kieran Tierney was in Sopwell House? Because I didn't.
Well, I did.
No, I didn't ask. I'm asking Gun down and DJB.
Me personally, I've got to be truthful. I didn't.
I didn't either.
See, but Lee Gunner knew because Lee Gunner's Lee Gunner, bro.
No, it's not about that.
Lee Gunner, bro.
It's not about that.
But having said that, Romano and all of that, listen, they play a game. They have to play the game. They're playing a game, and it's all a lot of it's all pie in the sky. But all I know about Zubimendi is I don't think Arsenal is his absolute first choice destination. I think he'll come to Arsenal, but given the choice, I don't think he wants to play his football in England. I don't think he's solely gassed up about coming to Arsenal. And as an Arsenal fan, that worries me. That worries me that this club is his second choice. I'm a bit concerned about that, to be honest.
But I mean, it will be that way until he signs, right?
Until we see photographic evidence of him holding up the shirt and signing the contract alongside Berto and Richard Garlick and whoever it is, I struggle to believe this is why I use the term journalist very, very loosely, because it's okay they can put this all out there saying it's an immediate deal, it's almost done deal, it's that and the other. That's all well and fine, but until I actually see that player rock up at London Colney with the shirt and with the contract signed, I can't really look at it as something I can believe in personally. I wait for that. If I see that piece of evidence, sweet. I'm putting out a video saying Zubimendi is a gunner. Here we go. I'll put that video straight out there.
Let me ask you guys this. How much is spent on PR in the UK every year?
Too much.
Billions.
Nearly 5 billion quid.
I was going to say billions, yeah.
Yeah. How much do you reckon these football clubs are using out of that budget, out of that 5 billion that's spent? So I'm saying right.
How much of it is Arsenal?
This football club, out of that 5 billion, Arteta alone uses about 4 billion.
So I'm saying to you right now, yeah? Right, real talk. If you put PR, yeah, and I keep saying this, I say this all the time. Hooks, you lads, you know this. Chat, you know this. Yeah, real talk. If you hear the same fucking phrase, trust the process, 500 times, you start mimicking it. Yeah, you go around telling people, just subconscious becomes conscious. You start saying, yeah, but trust the process. Tell me what the fucking process means.
But you're doing that, you know.
I'm not trusting the process. I've called this cunt out since he's been here. In fact, before he's been here.
You, man, have said trust the process, phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah, I'm doing it sarcastically, and so are they.
More than Arteta has.
No, Arteta stood there.
I started trusting the process at the very beginning, but then I suddenly realised that this man is not.
You can tell. I made this point a long time ago back, okay, because I'm a Patriots fan, okay. Our greatest head coach, he got sacked, okay. We got this new guy in. Within about 7 weeks, I realised this guy was not going to lead us anywhere. And now I witnessed it. I actually witnessed it at Wembley Stadium when the Pats come over to London. I witnessed it with my own eyes, thinking this ain't fucking working. Get him out immediately.
But this is what it is, yeah. Arsenal Football Club has spent an absolute fortune dressing up this guy to make out it's the second coming of Pep or Fergie or someone, right? And after lockdown was the best thing to happen to this football club. Yeah, because now there was a planned protest, because Hooks wanted to talk about protests. There was a planned protest that Northside turned up on for the first game of the season at home against Chelsea after we'd lost to Brentford and then got banged 5-0 against Man City the following game. We were bottom of the table after that Man City game. Do you remember? Yeah. First full attendance at the Emirates. There was a planned protest because people had had enough. They'd had enough of the owner. Yeah. Wait 1 second. How many people turned up with Northside and Turkish? Northside turned up. He was on call. You know he was on call then. Yeah. He turns up. He's driven all the way there. And he goes, Turkish, what is this here? He goes, yeah, they're too busy taking selfies back at my second home, first full attendance. That is what PR does. Yeah. If there was a full attendance when we got banged, 3-0 by Dean Smith's Aston Villa, then lost to fucking Burnley 1-0, Wolves 1-0, Leicester 1-0, all at home, he wouldn't have a job, mate. He would not have a job. He is the luckiest motherfucker ever to have managed a football club in his entire innings.
Hey, he's not lucky. Do you know what? It just dawned on me. Arsenal.
All right, here we go. Go on.
Arsenal started COVID. Oh, it's dawned on me because obviously
but Putin fucking ended it. But anyway, that's a different story.
We really want to keep Arteta in, and what can we do to ensure that people can't protest? To get, I know what we'll do. Let's start a global pandemic. What we do?
Okay, cool. And now, Don, you've had a jab. Pause.
I haven't. Not one.
Okay, so you can't be this deluded without having one, bro.
Not one. You get me? Do you know why? Yeah, you get me. Stay beside me. Yeah, this thing told me here. Yeah, no jab done. Yeah.
No, real talk though. Yeah, bro. How can anyone genuinely believe that a guy that has managed one football game his entire life, yeah, and he lost that, by the way, first time City had lost a group stage game in 6 years at home in the Champions League. He was the manager against Lyon because Pep was ill or had COVID. No, he didn't have COVID. He was ill. Yeah, or his mum had passed away, something like that. Yeah, and he lost to Lyon. First time they'd lost a group stage game in 6 years. We've then given the keys to the third biggest club in the country, yeah, and they've dressed and marketed and packaged this guy so well with the constant bombarding of PR from the likes of Ornstein, the likes of James Benge, Chris Wheatley, yeah, Charlie Boy Watts, yeah, all the mainstream are oh yeah, he's young up and go, he's the best young manager out there. Oh, he's going to be amazing. Pep's then doing his bit. So unbelievable, guys. He never celebrated goals that went in against Arsenal.
Ex-professional players, Martin Keown, Ray Parlour, all of them.
Righty. Yeah,
righty.
Huh?
You think Pep's in on it as well?
And Pep was 100%. Do you think Pep's sitting there going, this dickhead's going to win a league? Of course he fucking ain't.
Wait. You think Pep is in on...
Well, you think Pep rates him as our manager? He's laughing his bollocks off. He's still our manager.
You think Pep is in on the mass conspiracy to keep...
Pep wants him because he knows he ain't a threat to him.
Yeah, and here's the thing though. When Pep obviously went out, when Pep had COVID, he had to miss that one game. Arteta took over as manager. They fucking lost the game.
Yeah, first time in 6 years in a group stage game, they lost to Lyon at home. Okay, so Hooks, this is my point. Yeah, this is the exact point as to why I called it from day. Yeah, and I said, no, just listen. This is why I called it out. As soon as I see Vinay walking out of his house with Ralstonelli. Yeah, I was like, I ain't backing that. That's done. No chance. Yeah, no chance. That guy had managed one game of football ever. Xavi Alonso managed Sociedad B. Yeah, the Castilla, the Real Madrid youth, Zidane had managed. Pep Guardiola managed Barca B. Yeah, Jose had managed other teams. Yeah, didn't just cut his stripes at a top team. Porto ain't the biggest club in Portugal. Yeah, all these managers, pretty much all of them. Alex Ferguson started at St Mirren at 32 years old, won a title, got him promoted. Then he went to Aberdeen. Out of the 4 league titles they've won, he won fucking 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, he won about 8 trophies at Aberdeen, beating Rangers in a final and said, that is not an Aberdeen performance. They're disgusting. Only Alex McLeish and whoever else, can walk off. The Alex McLeish and whoever won us that game. That is disgusting. He then goes to Man United. Oh, but it took Fergie 6 years. No, it didn't. He won fucking cups along the way, mate. Yeah, this guy ain't. Jurgen Klopp managed Mainz. Yeah, then got Dortmund. Then got Liverpool. This manager has walked in out of nowhere because he sat there next to Pep. Steve Bold was more qualified than him because he sat next to Wenger for longer. Not only that, our AirPod Albert, our assistant, has actually managed football teams at youth level. And I bet he didn't know this either. He was Louis van Gaal's army, number 2 at Man United. But you didn't know that, did you? I do this every day, Hooks, and I've done it for 6 years nearly with this manager. That guy is underqualified, shouldn't have the job, and the PR and the love and the fucking love fest around him is bigger than Wenger, who actually had credit in the bank, and we forced him out. This guy is a scrub.
That's great. I don't...
And that's on 15 a year.
That's all well and good. That's all well and good. That's fine. That's fine. I just need us to just rein it in a bit. Yeah. And
no, I ain't stopping. If anything, I'm going harder this year.
Do you see, like, because right now I feel like we're somewhere by the moon. Yeah. I think we just need to just come back down to earth a bit. Yeah. I need you to just answer this honestly. Yeah. Do you genuinely believe that Pep Guardiola is in on keeping Arteta in the Arsenal job?
100%, because every time he speaks about Arteta, he lords him up. Oh, fantastic coach. Oh, I always knew he was going to be great, guys. Oh, he's a brilliant. Oh my God, and they're going to slap us 4-1 or 5-0.
What does Pep Guardiola gain from Arteta being Arsenal?
Winning a trophy.
What?
Haaland.
Winning a trophy. Erling Haaland.
He won trophies when Arteta wasn't the Arsenal manager.
Yeah, but guess what? He now knows he's got no fucking competition. Because he knows at that time, oh, hold on. They've won 6 out of the last 8 titles, right? 6 out of 8. Yeah? He knew he could beat Klopp to a title most years. Most years. Only once he didn't. Yeah? First season, Chelsea won it when he was there, and he got top 4, I think, yeah? Right, first season at Man City. Pep. Conte won the league. I'm pretty sure that was his first year. Right? Maybe.
Yeah, Conte won it, yeah.
Right? Maybe wrong. Chat, help me out. Right? Then he goes and wins and wins and wins and wins and wins. Liverpool then win the title. He now knows that they've done the 97, 90, fucking 2, 93, whatever points they had, yeah? He now knows he can beat Klopp, sorry. Yeah, Klopp will go and do him over and slap him up at home and away and all that. But he knows we're just going to batter everyone else. We'll win the league anyway. Yeah, because they'll drop points somewhere else. Now, yeah, go on, DJ, go on.
No, go on, Lee.
I was going to say now, Klopp's left. Yeah, Klopp was fading. We know that. That's why he left. He was tired, right? Tired of getting close and not getting over the line for the league, but he was still nicking trophies even there, right? But now he's looking at Arteta in the job and he's thinking, fucking hell, this is easy. Khaldun Mubarak, yeah, when they won the 4-peat, I need to do the review of his interview. So I'm going to do that at some point later this week, hopefully, or next week. Right? He sat there after the 4-peat and said, when did you realise you were going to win the league? When did you think you would win the league to do a 4-peat, a record-breaking 4-peat, yeah? He said when Arsenal beat us 1-0 at the Emirates. They don't fucking rate us, Hooks. Yeah, they don't rate us. Pep Guardiola does not rate Arteta as a manager. He rates him as a coach. That's why he had him as his assistant. He don't rate him as a manager. Why would he? He's never managed before. Pep's never seen that guy manage apart from one game, and he lost, and he fucked up Pep's record.
Do you know what, right? On the back of that, Lee, right? I think you made a good point here, because if you had Pep now and you asked him going into next season, who is your biggest threat? Who do you think's going to be the one challenging your team the most to win the league? I bet he doesn't say Arsenal. I bet he says Liverpool.
No, he'll say Arsenal. He'll say Arsenal because that's what he does, DJ. He gasses up Arteta to make Arsenal fans gassed up, and then when ultimately we flop, he wins the league again. Well, that's what he does at every press conference when it's Arsenal.
He'll probably say that. But what I'm saying is, he probably knows that Arsenal are probably in his own little world and privacy. He probably knows that Arsenal are not his biggest threat next season.
No, he knows. I'll give you another example, yeah? Cesc Fabregas. Why didn't he get the keys to the job? Yeah,
he's next, mate. He's next. Although Kenny Ken won't like me.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Pepe Reina's just left FC Como as their goalkeeper. He was their first choice goalkeeper, yeah? He's just left. Why ain't he got a job at a big club straight away? He's now gone to do fucking youth team at Villarreal as their manager. Why is cutting his fucking teeth? Cesc Fabregas is cutting his teeth. Yeah, Xavi Alonso cut his teeth. Read that. Conte cut his teeth. Company cut his teeth. Cesc cut his teeth. Got him promoted. They all earned their stripes. This guy walked straight into one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and he's done fuck all apart from spunk a load of money and put us in a mess.
This is why I can't understand why.
And he's untouchable.
Protection.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jack Wilshere's cutting his teeth.
Okay, wait. So Jurgen Klopp, Jose Mourinho, Roy Hodgson, Patrick Vieira, Pep Guardiola, Mauricio Pochettino, Marcelo Bielsa, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Thomas Tuchel, Frank Lampard, Brendan Rodgers, Carlo Ancelotti are all in on this mass conspiracy to keep Arteta in the job.
But they're not going to sit in an interview and slag him off, are they? And say shit, are they?
But you
however, okay, I'll counter that right now. I'll counter that right now. I'll counter that right now, Hooks. I'll counter that right now. Mikel Arteta. Yeah, whose manager was that?
What?
Mikel Arteta. Yeah, so the reporter said to the manager, Mikel Arteta. And the manager said, Then also said in another interview, read the chat, the chat tell you, bruv. Luis Enrique. The reporter said, Mikel Arteta. Because he knew there was bullshit coming. No, Hooks, hold up. I'll counter it. Hold on. He also said,
Luis Enrique.
You didn't mention Luis Enrique because he hasn't sucked off Mikel Arteta.
Yes, because we're trying to figure out how deep you think that this conspiracy goes.
I don't think it's a conspiracy.
Well, you do, because you think that Pep Guardiola is praising Arteta because he wants Arteta to stay in the Arsenal job.
Of course he fucking does. He knows he's better than him.
Okay, then. So then, when Ancelotti...
Hooks, if I know I'm better than you at something, you'll be better than me at basketball, you're taller than me. Yeah?
That may not be true.
No, but it might be true. And the chances are it is. And you might be more experienced at being a basketball player. I might be just learning from you. Then I'll go and do my own thing in basketball. But I'm not going to be as good as you because you've got 8 years or 15 years experience managing or playing basketball. I've only got one game. So the chances are, the law of averages are, you're going to be a miles better fucking basketball player than I am. Am I lying? No. So now, no, I'll break it down in simple, real terms, bruv. Facts don't care about feelings.
I can't believe we're talking about basketball. Yeah. By the way, I gave you.
We're not talking. This fucking guy's a wind up, I swear.
I gave you a fact, yeah, because you said, yeah.
I'm giving you a fact. 5 years, no trophy.
You said this is fact, not feelings, yeah. And I gave you a fact, yeah. And you're turning this into the X-Files, yeah. I don't know where this conspiracy is coming from, yeah. But all of these managers praised. That's managers. Should I get into players as well? Should we do pundits? Do you know what?
Okay. Stop right there about pundits. Stop right there. Stop on pundits. Stop on pundits. 1 second.
I praised him in the past. Am I?
Okay, stop right there. You said pundits, yeah? Yeah, you said pundits. Martin Keown, Ian Wright, yeah, serial winners. Ray Parlour.
Henri's praised him.
Henri can't fucking stand him, mate. How many times has he been cussing him out?
He praised him in his most recent interview. So it's
really? Okay, Thierry Henry on the overlap said, "How high is the ceiling?"
Yeah.
How high? How far? How tall is the building?
Very tall building, but he did praise him.
Thank you. So he's mugging him off.
But Thierry Henry kind of if you read the lines what Thierry Henry was actually saying, and you look at Thierry Henry's actual body language, he was actually saying that this Muppet should have won something by now. That's what he was saying in terms. But he couldn't say that. He couldn't be aggressive like that. But really, when you look through Thierry, Arteta knew what Thierry Henry really meant. He meant that this guy should have won silverware, and he hasn't. And that's what Henry was really saying. Because deep down, Henry knows he ain't good enough. He was just
Henry sat on CBS Sport, right? I think it was after. What game was it? It was a Champions League game. I think it was after the first leg. Yeah, and they went to the studio. Yeah, and Kate Abdo was talking to him, and he went, "Poof, really?" Yeah, because that was after Arteta said, "Really? You're saying that?" He was like, "You know what Henry's like?" Poof. The amount of times Thierry Henry's called this guy out
to the Emirates, mate.
Mate, exactly. Ian Wright, why ain't he been wheeling out merch recently? Because he was wheeling out all the merch. How comes we ain't seen him recently? Why? Because he dared to say on ITV, play Saka at left back and put Cole Palmer on the right wing. Arsenal fans buried him on the internet.
I think that's a good question, personally.
It was. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But guess what? Most Arsenal fans didn't, and he ain't wheeled out much since. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Yeah, the whole thing's a scam, bro. The whole world is a scam. Yeah, and when you're wide awake, you know what's happening. Yeah, don't even get me started on world life shit. Yeah, I'm talking about football. We're going to stick to football.
I knew it. I see. There's some idiots in the chat, yeah, that are telling me I'm a muppet, yeah, and all of that, yeah.
No, Pete, don't go over the line.
No.
But I was
Don't
right.
be nasty.
But I was right. You do think it's one big massive conspiracy?
The whole fucking bro, the whole world's a conspiracy, let alone football.
Oh man.
The whole world's a conspiracy, let alone football.
Oh man. You know what? Yeah, just the people in the chat that are saying things. Yeah, I'm really not hard to find. I live in London. I'm more than willing to buck anyone outside today. I'm not hard to find. You know what I look like. I'm very hard to miss. Yeah. So anyone that wants to chat rubbish in the chat about me, shout me. Yeah. But I've proved it's a conspiracy. Yeah. So hey, that's mad. Do you know what? I want Arteta gone. Yeah. But to think of it, to take it this deep, like to say man's Neo is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm sorry. To me, that's mental. Like it's like man, I got the thing plugged in the back of their head, and you get me meeting the Oracle and all this crazy. You can't really believe that.
Listen, they're not going to say that they're going to keep Arteta sweet, aren't they? Because that's how it's all built up. That's why he's still there. That's why it is. Honestly, I don't understand why this manager gets so much protection. Can I ask you a question though? Listen, what do you think it's going to take for this manager to actually get the push?
I personally think if he finishes outside of Champions League spots without winning a trophy, I think if he won a trophy, let's exclude the Champions League because that kind of defeats the purpose, right? But
because I think Champions League, we've put ourselves back now.
Oh, Lee, did you rage quit?
No. Did you know as soon as I said the whole world's a scam and let alone football, all of a sudden my Wi-Fi went down to 0 bars and kicked me out.
That's a conspiracy.
It actually happened. I wish I'd recorded it.
What do you think if he finishes outside the top 4, he'll get the sack?
If he doesn't get Champions League football without a trophy, I think he would get sacked. If he finished outside the top 4 and won a trophy, I think they would give him another season. And if the same thing happened again, he would get sacked.
Well, you think a League Cup is sufficient enough after being here 6 years?
Qualifying for Europa, which he won't win.
I don't think that our board would be like Levy. Well, actually, the Levy and situation is a bit tricky because he won a trophy, but he finished.
It's not tricky. He completed the aim of the sport. It's the sole aim of the sport.
What about if he doesn't win a trophy and he finishes in the top 4? Do you reckon they'll still keep him?
I think if he doesn't win a trophy but finishes in the top 4, they won't sack him, but I don't think that they will renew his contract.
Okay, so on that premise then, yeah? Right, on that basis right there, I will get these super chats in a minute, guys. I've been there a while, yeah? So on that basis alone then, yeah? You're saying that the hierarchy are the problem, yeah? They're the problem.
I think they're the problem in the sense of like how they view like sport. They just view sport differently.
You can't compare American sports to on a European level.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. The way they view it this way because they come from American sport. Like
that's bollocks. That's absolute bollocks. Yeah, I'll tell you why that's bollocks. Big up Cass in the chat. Tell you why that's bollocks. Yeah, but who's Chelsea's owner? Todd Bowley. Inside 6 months, that guy found 8-year contracts. Yeah, we've known about that. Everyone has. Yeah, then not only that, he's then found, oh, I can sell a hotel to my own company. Oh, now what I'll do is I'll sell the women's team to me. Yeah, to the club. So it's not, you have to get the right American owner. Yeah, so we've got the wrong American owner. Liverpool's owners are American. Leeds United's are American. Wrexham's are American, or maybe they're Canadian, my bad.
Canadian.
Yeah. Either way.
I big up Wrexham, by the way.
Yeah, what phase is he in? Phil Parkinson, 3 promotions on the spin. Maybe we should go and get him. He knows how to get over the line.
That's incredible.
Yeah. No, real talk though, because you asked the question. No, let me answer, because I know you've got to go in a second as well, yeah? No, I know you've got to go in a minute, yeah? But you asked a question. You asked a question, yeah?
Wait. Please tell me he was joking. You wasn't serious.
No, I'm being straight up.
You want Phil Parkinson to become the manager of Arsenal?
Bro, I'm going to do a stream at some point, yeah? Right? On how it don't take time. It didn't even take Mikel Arteta time.
I don't care about going around the houses, bro. I just need you to answer.
Well, you've done it for the last fucking hour and a half since you got here.
Yeah, well,
exactly. I got no answer.
Yeah. I just need to know. You want Phil? Okay.
I never said I want Phil Parkinson as manager. I said maybe we should go and get him as manager.
I've got power. Yeah, I've got power. Yeah, and I've got an offer for you. Yeah, I'm a genie. Yeah, and I can grant this one wish. Yeah.
This one wish, yeah.
I can sack Arteta.
Fucking, if I had one wish, we'd be best friends.
That's so crazy singing that song on a stream full of men. But
there's loads of girls in the chat. Don't worry about that.
I can sack Arteta, but placement is Phil Parkinson. Do you take it?
Yeah, because he's got promoted 3 times.
Oh my days!
How long has he been that? Chat. How long has Phil Parkinson been manager at Wrexham? How long has Phil Parkinson been manager of Wrexham? He's got 3 back-to-back promotions.
Oh my!
No, I'm not even taking the piss. Yeah, and a genie don't grant 1; it grants 3. So give me 2 more wishes. 4 years he's been there. He's got 3 promotions in 3.
Would you have taken Thomas Frank? Hooks.
See, I like Thomas Frank as a manager, though, so I'm biased.
Why? Of course he does, because he's like
I like him.
What I'm saying is, okay, yeah, I know, but I mean, comparing him, but Phil Park, do you know what I mean? What's Thomas Frank?
I like Phil Park.
I like Thomas Frank. I said Thomas Frank will land a big job one day. I always said that, but I mean,
now he's ended up at Spurs.
But yeah, unfortunately, he's fallen off of a cliff there, isn't he? But the only getting back to the owners, the only thing I blame the owners for right now, I'll come on to the owners perhaps at a different time. But how I'm sitting with the owners, for me, I'm blaming the owners for not having the balls to sack this guy at the beginning of at the end of this season, because I really thought this season was his final season. I thought that going into this season, if he didn't win anything this season, or the season that's just finished, I thought that was his final curtain.
I thought that as well, to be fair.
I really did, yeah. I really thought that was it. I thought that City was going to fall off. The new manager coming in for Liverpool, I thought to myself, do you know what? That's it. He's gone. And that's why I'm annoyed with the owners. I'm annoyed with the owners that they've not seen that and gone, sack him, get someone in, bring in Berta.
But that comes back to the fans, DJ.
New manager, new players, start again. I'm really annoyed that they're not doing that.
Comes back to the fans, bro. Yeah, most of the fans are happy because they're bamboozled by the conspiracy of the PR that keeps telling them that he's great and blah, blah, blah. And this is Thomas Frank's managerial history, by the way. Notice where he cut his teeth. Okay, cool. Wow. So he'd managed under 16s, under 17s, under 19s, then Bromby for 5 years, nearly 5 years. Yeah. And oh shit. Then he got the Brentford job. It's almost like he knew how to lose. He knew how to set up a team. He knew how to, oh shit, I fucked that up. We were 2-0 up and lost. Oh shit, I made the wrong sub in that game. Oh shit, maybe if I'd done that. Oh, I've got to manage injuries. I've got to put my arm around this player. Got to build character building. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's almost like he's done that. Now let me show you AirPod Albert real quick.
Wait, can I just pause you there a minute?
Go on, mate.
If you look at Brentford, right, and look at their finances and their budget and the size of their crowd, right, their home for how big the club is. He's got a win. He's got like a win rate of like 41%. That ain't bad, is it? When you look at all them games.
No, and their owner's the poorest owner in the Premier League.
Do you know what I mean?
He's the poorest owner in the Premier League.
So what I'm trying to say, I'm going to flip this now. If Arteta was at Brentford, would he have been doing what Thomas Frank's done?
For 7 years. No chance. He would have been sacked. He wouldn't have gotten promoted. He won a cup. Let's see, look, Denmark under 17s, he won a cup and he got them in the playoff final and won it. Yeah, Hooks. I know you got a bounce, mate, yeah? But listen, I really appreciate your time, mate. And make sure you wake up tomorrow, mate, and realise that we're right.
Yeah, big up, Hooks. Yeah. Catch you soon, brother.
Nah, but that's not. You text me tomorrow. Yeah, at some point we'll organise a show on your channel. I know we were talking earlier anyway, but no, love, brother. Yeah, come on, get some rest, man. Hope you feel better tomorrow, bro.
I love, man. I big up everyone.
That delusional virus has caught you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I maybe because my mind started changing about Arteta. Maybe they sent me a virus through Wi-Fi.
They did. It was called David Ornstein.
I'm not part of the conspiracy note.
It's called David Ornstein.
The Ornstein virus.
There we go, man. There we go.
Man said, that our owners are sat in London today, with GYOKERES' agent. Yeah. Cool.
I bless up, man.
Big up,
take care.
I will get these super chats in a minute, guys. Look at this though, yeah. This guy under 17 level won a cup.
Yeah.
And fair enough, yeah, it's under 17s, cool. But he learned how to win. He learned how to manage a team. He learned how to treat different players differently. Learned how to manage injuries. Learned how to upset players, get players. No, I'm not pick players.
Tactics, things like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What's our manager done? Fuck all. Lost one game as Man City manager. Yeah, now if we go to, what's his name? Albert, there he is. Now look at his record. Look at this guy's record as a manager, yeah? Managerial statistics, yeah? As a full-time manager.
Gink.
47% win rate, 48% win rate. So basically he wins once and basically nearly wins one of two.
Nearly every other game, yeah.
Nearly every other game.
Yeah.
On average.
And that was just as a manager. Yeah. But now we can actually take that back further as well. Because if I actually put him in his name again, right, and go to transfer marked, manager profile, watch this. Watch this. Feyenoord youth coach. Yep. Nothing. He managed one game, Feyenoord under 18s. 19, sorry. Director of football. Then he went to Al Jazeera. Yeah, director of youth. Then he was under 17s Netherlands manager for 77 games. Netherlands under 21s for 10 games. Louis van Gaal, assistant manager at Man United. Genk manager, 50 games. Wales assistant manager.
To Ryan Giggs. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So this guy has earned his stripes. He's cut his teeth.
Yeah.
He's managed a team. He's managed kids. Yeah, youth teams. He's been a sporting director or director of youth, director of football. He's been a manager. He's been a youth coach. Yeah?
He's more qualified than Arteta.
Thank you.
He's more qualified than most managers.
Which is why when we played Man City and Rodri scored in stoppage time, do you remember? Yeah, when Arteta was, I think he was ill, probably had COVID. Yeah, and Rodri scored right at the end. We played better football at the Emirates that day against Man City than we'd ever played under this manager.
Oh, yeah. We should.
Yeah, and we lost right at the end, do you remember?
Should never have lost that.
Yeah. He set us up better. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah,
I wonder what he thinks of Arteta when he goes and changes stuff. And I wonder what he was thinking against PSG in the semi-final.
He's thinking this guy's a scumbag. But he's getting paid fucking millions to be there. Let's have a look at Tommy Tuchel.
Yeah, it's interesting what he said. His mum said about Billy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit! I ain't even gone to that, have I? How do I get rid of this fucking ads? How do I go to his manager profile? Fucking transfer mark, Jesus.
Tuchel's one.
How do I go to his manager profile? Maybe it's up here. Subnav. Achievements, career profile, rumors, national team achievements, stats. How do I go to his manager profile?
Being his what's
Career, maybe? No.
Let me type in manager profile. Let me type in Google. Manager career. There we go. Because when you look at all these managers that are very successful, yeah, they've always cut their teeth at a lower fucking league or a lower team or at youth level.
100%.
Yeah, look.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Look. Look at this. He's the assistant. Then he was Augsburg manager. That Mainz under 19s. Then he got the Mainz job. 5 years. Dortmund. PSG. Chelsea. Bayern. England. He's earned his stripes. He's managed teams. He's done youth level.
Tapping Arteta's go on. It will just come up Arsenal.
It will come up one line, and well, 2 line if you want to include the assistant to Pep.
Do you know what I mean?
It's embarrassing.
Look at this.
There you go.
Look at that, guys. This is what you got to realise. If you tap in all the managers' career, they've started at something, whether it's under 18s, under 19s, they've started somewhere. They've had to. This guy, look, and he gets one of the biggest jobs in world football.
Nearly 300 games. That should have 1 next to it. That should have 1 and 0-0 because it was a Champions League game. But he's done more games for Arsenal than he did as the assistant at Pep. That's a fucking shambles.
Fucking hell.
That is actually embarrassing.
Points per match, 1.96.
In charge, look, this is more frightening than anything. In charge, expected June the 30th, 2027.
And look at this.
2 years. 2 years, you know.
Look at that. It's embarrassing. Let me type in Zidane.
No, he's the manager I'd want straight away.
I'll just be interested in where he cut his teeth.
We'll have a look at Jose afterwards.
Unless he went straight to Real Madrid.
Oh, I know exactly where he was.
There you go.
Assistant. Oh, look at all the old shit. It goes even further. Sorry, my
Investor.
bad.
Yeah.
Advisor, sporting director, manager of the under 17s.
Look.
Assistant. The Real Madrid Castilla, that's the youth fucking team. Assistant.
Yeah.
Manager. Then the manager.
Manager.
Real Madrid manager.
Yeah.
Real Madrid manager second stint.
There you go.
So he's actually managed and cut his teeth. He's done sporting director, advisor to management.
Yeah,
blah,
he's
blah,
done
blah.
everything.
He's basically stayed at one. He's basically stayed at one place throughout his entire career.
And what you've got to remember with
started off as pot wash, and now he's moved. Now he went all the way up to head chef.
He ain't going anywhere. He'll never manage another club ever again.
Have you noticed as well with a lot of these managers, they've all had experience in like a director kind of role. So they've all had experience in sort of like how to sign players and stuff like that. Arteta ain't even had any of that.
No.
No wonder our signings have been piss poor because he ain't even had any experience in sporting directing or anything. He's had nothing.
Nope. Now watch this. Let's have a look at Pep Guardiola. Oh, Barca B. Manager of Barca. He was Barca B team manager for a year. Literally 1 day shy of a year. He did 1 year, then he got the Barca job. Yeah, so he did a year at youth level. Now, what are we doing there? Yeah, if we go to, let's go Jose Mourinho and see what his. Let's have a look at his.
He started off as a Porto's under 19s or something stupid. It was something like that, wasn't it? Or Lisbon.
No, he was a translator for Bobby Robson or something, or video analyst or something for Bobby Robson, I think originally. Barca, but then he went to Porto and done a treble.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at this. it's fucking look. Scout. Look, fucking hell. I didn't even know that. Genuinely did not even know that. I don't even know who that team is. He was the under-17s manager.
He was under-19.
Overruns. You've got to assume that that's like a second or third tier Portuguese team.
But they're learning their stripes, though. That's what I'm saying.
Look at this. Have they even got a fucking club anymore? Look, crazy, isn't it?
What about Arnie? Do Arnie, Lee?
Yeah, look at where he went after that. CF Estrella, assistant.
Yeah.
Scout, translator, assistant for Sporting, assistant for Porto, translator for Barca, assistant at Barca, manager of Benfica. I never knew he managed Benfica.
Yeah.
I genuinely never knew he managed Benfica.
Yeah, he did.
Liera, manager. Then he went to Porto. Yeah, done a treble. Then he went to Chelsea, won the league back to back.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Inter, done a treble. Real Madrid, record-breaking season, by the way. 100 points and 121 goals scored. Is still a fucking La Liga record. Only seems to do a Centurion. Yeah, most goals scored ever. Nobody's ever broken that, but defensive Jose. Man United, first manager in their history to win a European trophy in his first season.
Spurs binned him on the day before the final.
Yeah, about a week or so, 3 days before.
And
Roma won them their first trophy in 15 years and their first European trophy in fuck knows how long. Fenerbahce sacked. He's going to get sacked because he didn't win nothing. He will be sacked. I'm surprised he ain't. But look at where he fucking started. Look at all the jobs he's done. Scout, translator, assistant, under 17s, 19s, assistant. He left Benfica after being a manager and went to this team. Then went to Porto. Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, who do you want next? Arnie Slot.
Yeah.
And he's been. I think Slot's been managing 2 years more than Arteta has.
I bet he's still got experience.
I think that's what Lou Dog said anyway.
I bet he's still got experience though. He was at.
Here we go.
Look at this. Look.
Youth. That was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Assistant for 1 game. Sorry. 61 games. 11 games under. Look how many managers they had while he was the assistant. 4 managers. Then he was the manager. Then he was assistant to AZ Alkmaar. Then he was the manager.
Yeah.
Feyenoord manager. Won a league, by the way. I think he won 2, actually. I think it was 1. He done the cup as well.
In Liverpool, the rest is history. Look at that.
56 games. Done a title.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They've all got pedigree. They've all got experience in something. Whereas our manager has just gone from putting the cones out, filling up the water bottles, cutting the oranges, and then managing Arsenal.
Let's have a look at Rafa Benitez.
You can't, Cole. You can't make it sense. You can't make sense of it, can you? I can't.
It's self-explanatory, and it's there and anything we do say will be given as evidence. This is evidence, and it just shows you that. This is why I always say, if you get a proven, experienced manager in to run a big club now, when you are starting off from the bottom, i.e., like Drake, you start off with the lower clubs, and then you build your CV up from there.
Yeah,
and the more you win league titles and cups and playoff wins and so on, guess what? The big clubs will come knocking on your door eventually, but they won't knock on your door the first time round unless you're a well-proven player back in the day who won absolutely everything, i.e., like a Messi, like a Ronaldo, and you go straight in with a job at Real Madrid, Barca, Bayern.
Yeah, but even that ain't going to happen. Even that ain't going to happen.
Right. Also, if you're a good manager, clubs will come for you, even though you're under contract to other clubs. Yeah, right. So how comes if Arteta is meant to be this so-called brilliant manager? How comes Xabi Alonso's at Real Madrid and they didn't come for?
But that's because he's from Barca. He's Barca. He's from Barca. Yeah, they won't take it. They won't say it. Cool. How comes fucking Luis Enrique then? What about Barca? Hansi Flick. Why didn't they come for him, Arteta? What about Inter? Why didn't they want him?
Because
every big job's gone. It's finished.
And buy them out. Look at Frank. All right. Look at Thomas Frank. I'm just proving the point that clubs will come in for managers, even though they're
look at Man United's manager. They brought him out of his contract.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is Rafa Benitez's first job, 1986. Real Madrid under 18s. Yeah. Then Real Madrid assistant. Then the Real Madrid B team manager. Yeah. Then he left on the 7th of March. They brought him back on the 1st of July. Yeah. B team again. Valladolid manager. Osasuna manager. 9 games. Bye-bye, you're sacked. That sounds like a fucking STI. I can't lie. Yeah, did 92 games there. Tenerife, Valencia. And he actually fucking done really well at Valencia. Liverpool. We know what he did there. He did the mad thing. Oh, how comes Inter didn't trust the process? Oh, my bad. Chelsea won a trophy there as well, by the way. Napoli. Real Madrid. Why did he only last 25 games? Why didn't they trust the process? Newcastle. I have no idea who the fuck that team is, by the way. I have no idea who that is.
DL Pro, is that that sounds like a Scandinavian team, maybe.
It's like maybe Finnish or something. He's not Finnish, he's 28.
Finnish. DL Pro. Anybody in the chat know who DL Pro is?
Let's click on it.
Darling Professional. Okay, it's probably not Scandinavian.
I have no idea who that team is. I've never heard of them. The club's not even in existence anymore. No, it's Chinese. Oh, yeah, he went to China.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah, China, yeah.
Yeah, he went to China. Yeah, the club don't even exist according to this. Anyway, look at the fucking jobs he's done. Then he went to Everton. Why didn't they trust the process? Then at Celta. Why didn't they trust the process? Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Look at the fucking start. Look at his career. Yeah, now go and have a look at his trophies. Yeah, what is Mikel Arteta going to end up with at the end of the fucking career? Club World Cup winner with Inter. Champions League with Liverpool. 2-time Spanish champion, by the way. The last team that won the title outside of the Big Four is Valencia under Rafa. Yeah, UEFA Super Cup with Liverpool, UEFA Cup with Valencia, Europa League with Chelsea. And I remember his first game. Do you remember, lads? Yeah, when he played, he got announced as manager. The first game was Man City at Stamford Bridge. They all had banners up and booed him. No, get him out. Not our manager. Blah blah blah. FA Cup winner with Liverpool. Oh, Italian Cup winner with Napoli. Super Cup with Napoli and Inter. Oh, we're not counting that. He got relegated with Newcastle and then won the title to bring him back up. But don't worry, guys. We got Super Duper Mick. Yeah, he won't cut his teeth anywhere.
What about Maresca?
Let's have a look at Maresca. That's actually very interesting.
Because he's won a trophy now, although being it's the 13th.
He actually won the league as well. He won the title last year in Championship.
Yes, yes, he did.
Hooks was saying about the Wrexham manager, right? Hypothetically speaking, you wouldn't have him at Arsenal. But Maresca's at Chelsea. Where was he before then?
Yeah. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, wow. Oh. Assistant manager at Ascoli. Assistant manager at Sevilla. Technical coach, guys. Technical. Oh, assistant manager to Pellegrini and Graham Potter for 1 game in West Ham.
Wow, didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. When was Graham Potter the fucking manager of West Ham? He's the West Ham manager now. That can't be right.
That can't be right.
That can't be right.
He might have been out at Brighton.
Oh, look. Manchester City under 23s. Parma manager.
Oh, that went downhill. Man
City assistant. Well, that says no games, so maybe he wasn't there. That's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, he was at Austin. That's what I'm saying. It's got nothing, no games there. So that's wrong. Leicester manager, won a title. Chelsea manager, won the Conference League. Look at this. Assistant, technical coach. under 23 manager, Parma manager, assistant, no games, manager.
Crazy, man.
That's what I'm saying. You look at Mikel Arteta and it's a load of fucking bollocks. And look how many games he's actually managed in total. Yeah, it's less than Super Duper Mick, and he's won more trophies. Round and around and around we fucking go with this manager. But listen, we are going to wrap soon now. I'm going to go for a piss. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
guys. We've still got 1,900 people in here as well, by the way. So make sure you sub into both the lads. It's pinned comment.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I'll literally be back in literally about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just don't get it. When you look at those, when you look at those managers' experiences and everything else. But again, what did they, out of all the managers we could have had at the time, what possessed the board to go for Mikel Arteta? Was it because he was the cheaper option? Did they see something in him? I mean, why did we go for him in the first place, Cole? I can't get my head around it.
You know, the only thing I can think of, and I've seen this happen many times, especially at the place where I work, where you look at a person who's coming for a job interview, you don't think they fit the role, but they completely blow out the park on their interview.
Yeah, the interview.
Their interview. They might have been swindled to think, actually, that was really good for me. I think he might be the perfect position for us. That's the only thing I can think of, because he hasn't got any experience. We've gone through so many different managers already.
You know, because they would have known, wouldn't they, what experience he's had as a manager, who he's coached, who he's managed. So they didn't have that to go on. So the only thing I can think of is he must have said the right things. He must have been briefed what to say, how to come across. And like we've seen him in press conferences, he must have been, he's interviewing, his questions, his answers must have been absolutely out of this world. Because I'd still say he'd make a fantastic politician.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely. No, I don't think he would make a brilliant politician, just to how he just words it all. You know, if that was his job to be a speaker, he would probably be one of the best speakers out there.
Yeah, because when
an antagonizing prick, but he would do that job amazingly well.
Because if you look at his press conferences, right, he never actually takes the blame for anything. Do you know what I mean? He sort of swings it as if to say, well, it ain't my fault. It was this or it was that. We did this. We did everything we could. I'm proud of my players. I love my players, blah, blah, blah. Never takes the responsibility himself. And this is what really worries me with him, you know. Listen, I mean, I get how he's captivated a lot of the fans, because when he went there, he won the FA Cup, albeit not his team or whatever you want to say. I get it that he was sort of what he says and how he, all this about when he first come in and I want to rebuild the team again. I want to make the crowd. I want to get this on board and that on board. And everyone's just bought in. Most of them have just bought into it. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But statistically, he hasn't won. The stats show he hasn't won anything.
And the stats also show that managers have had proven experience, that managers who have come in and cut their teeth have actually had a ton of experience before going on to win stuff. It's proof in the pudding at the end of the day, and I just don't. I generally don't understand why this manager gets so much. I already made this defense. I've already made this analogy already, DJB, and that is the fact that if we had the same sort of defensive mechanism around our borders, around the way these fans defend Arteta, England would be a much more safer place to live. It generally would, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
that's true. Do you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah, he is so intelligent. Yeah, and most people are stupid that they can't read through the bullshit. He never, like you were saying, he'd be a great politician. He never answers a question.
No,
and he talks about, I love them. We see it on shows. Yeah. Oh, I love what he's doing. Oh, I mean, oh yes, but he's galvanizing.
this is what gets me, Lee. It is like, yeah, I'm in love with him. I love the players. I love this team. And they use that word love. I mean, as if it's sort of, I didn't even do that with Wenger. He's pomp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, Wenger even had fucking credit in the bank. Yeah, and we weren't running around going, "Oh, I'm in love with Wenger." Yeah,
Wenger's,
I don't think we were there at that point.
That period under Wenger, when you had like when we were winning everything, I haven't seen football like it. I still say that Wenger's invincible team, when they were absolute at their best, would beat any Man City team in the past, without a doubt.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know that Centurions team and that Jose team, because let's not forget. I don't know I'm pretty sure Jose, when he first came in, that was obviously after the Invincible, wasn't it? We're just gone Invincible. They sacked Ranieri. I'm pretty sure they'd done us home and away that year.
Yeah, I know, but I think on pound for pound, I don't know. I still think that Invincible team.
It was the best team to watch. Yeah, it's like Man City Centurions were unreal. Yeah, that Jose first season, they conceded 15 goals. Yeah, I think 7 were penalties.
Yeah, true.
They only conceded 8 from open play. Do you know how fucking crazy?
True.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of playing against a brick wall.
It's a tough one, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is to watch in a week in, week out basis. That some of the football they were playing was just incredible.
Do you know what would have been good? Yeah, to see Pep Guardiola's Barca team up against them Invincibles, because we were big, strong, but we were good on the ball.
I'd love to have seen.
And they were like little midgets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were fucking mad techie.
Yeah.
And we never see the Invincibles against that prime Pep team.
No.
Like we still had some of the players like fucking the stragglers at the end. Yeah, everyone had left, innit? Yeah, but it's like I swear that Man City team though, that Man City team has slept on. That 100-point season is a fucking joke. That'll never be done again, by the way.
No.
The Invincibles won't be done again. Never be done again. And we'll never see a title race like Liverpool Man City again. You know, with that many points and then losing out 98, 97 or whatever it was, or 93, 92, whatever. But let me grab these super chats real quick, and then I want to get onto the Jude thing because I know you guys have got to go, yeah? No, Lee, with the amount of resources this manager's wasted, I'm sorry, but enough is enough. Prem or Champions League or fuck off.
Yeah.
Big up Joey, bro. I'm sorry, that's been there for 2 hours, mate.
Big up Joey, man. Speaking facts.
Northwest Londoner, I'd say a bank card got declined. Like, hopefully they leave him in Singapore when we go on pre-season.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
Big up to you, bro. Big up to Man United HOJ. Hey, bro, when you and Northside going to be together, you and my goats, bro. Next month, Cole's going to be there as well.
6 weeks.
Are you going, Cole?
6 weeks, yep.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate, you better, yeah.
Remember what I said?
Make sure you bring your shin pads.
Yeah,
bring your shin pads, bring your boots. Yeah.
I mean, Madrid's going to be a myth, mate. I love Madrid.
Me and Aaron's going to get out there.
Oh, you need to, mate.
Awesome.
With the merch, with Lee's budgies, with Lee's Arsenal budgie smugglers.
I don't know. I think maybe you need to sort out halftime hooks, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get. Oh yeah, we've got to get hooks. We've got to get.
Hooks on some merch, mate. You got to dress him up and that.
Yeah, I might do a comedy stream one day, just on.
We do comedy every day, mate, because this club's a fucking circus.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's a circus. That's what I call it. It's circus time, isn't it?
Big up to him for the injury time. That's why Hooks needed Sudocrem. Too many splinters from sitting on the fence. I wish I'd read that. Yeah, when he was here.
That is a good one.
The chat was chatting, so and the guys were going. So it's like, bro, that is the funniest comment I've had in my chat for a minute. I'm going to take a picture of that. I won't send it to him now because he's gone to bed.
Too many sleeves.
Right, that's.
I understand where he's coming. I think what he's trying to say is right. He's not going to get the sack, so we either get behind him or we just keep moaning. We just keep being.
And what's the
negative.
point in moaning? Because
I think that's what he's trying to say in a nice sort of way. He's trying to say he's not getting the sack. He's not going anywhere. So we either all protest and do something about it, or we get behind him and see what happens. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, which I kind of get, but at the same time, same time, if you want the manager gone, yeah, why are you going to delude you? I'll give you the best example of this. Yeah, I used to sit there in COVID times. I show my mum loads of fucking videos. I go, "Mum, this is bullshit." Yeah, she'd sit there, go, "Yeah," and she'd watch them all, like documentaries, like fucking ex-chief of police going into Birmingham fucking police station, recording them whilst ex-chief of police bowls into Birmingham police station here and says, "You don't mind if I record, but I want to have an interview because I want to make a fucking thing against the government, blah, 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 blah." Right? Obviously, he's the ex-chief of police. They went, "Yeah," so he managed to film it, right? Went on for about an hour. I showed my mum it. She sits and watches the whole thing and said, "That's 2 jabs." Pause. And it's like, that's how I see these Arteta outs that are sitting on the fence and don't want to say it. He didn't even want to say Arteta out. Arteta must go. Because and this is the thing, yeah, they don't want to get the hate that we get. I can deal with the hate. Maybe Hooks can as well. I'm not having a dig at Hooks. He knows that. Yeah, but they don't want to associate with people like us that have called it out and call it out every single day. So it's like, yeah, well, you know, I want to go on holiday, so I'll have 2 needles. How about it's a basic human right, mate? Yeah, and that's my attitude. I've had so many fallings out with people. If you've had them, cool, have them. Yeah, I ain't. I smoke and I drink and I ain't ill, mate. And I never have been. Never had it. Yeah. Notice how the sun was shining in May. Yeah, in March and April when everyone was sat at home. As soon as we went back out again, it started pissing down with rain. Funny that. Anyway, that's another stream. That's another stream. I'll go on for hours about this shit. Big up to you, bro. Let's put another one in here. Fucking hell. Breaking news. GYOKERES spotted at London airport. Source Stevie Wonder. Infinite. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That is funny. That Hooks one is
that's like when I said on that stream, on your stream, didn't I? I said, Arteta, I said, like, you know, I said something about, oh, he's the sort of bloke that gets Stevie Wonder a driving licence.
He fucking would. He'd bowl in there and finesse them all, bamboozle them.
Yeah, he'll convince them that no, he's fine. He can see he's very good, very good.
No, he's just got a problem slightly with the brightness.
Yeah,
that's why he wears the glasses, guys.
It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys.
He's bought his shin pads and his boots, guys. He's bought his water bottle and his earphones, guys. He's fine. Big up to Joey. Credible source is controlled source of the information, meaning they will give you the truths, but they will give you truths, but give you information they are being paid to put out. And this is the problem. That's why he never let me land the mainstream media thing, yeah? Right? Because let's just be real with it. He was talking about journalists and ex-players and all that, yeah? He wouldn't let me land. They're only keeping their employment going. Do you think fucking Ian Wright believes half of the shit he's saying about this club and Martin Keown, Ray Parlour? No. But they know they didn't save enough money and didn't earn enough money in comparison to this era that they have to keep being ultra. Yeah, Owen Hargreaves, another one. He's played under Fergie and he's played for fucking Prime Bayern. And he's sitting there going, "Oh, I'll tell you, what a great job." Yeah. Would you say that's a Fergie, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you go up to Fergie and go, "Well, I don't mind, we ain't won nothing for 2 years, 5 years." Yeah, you'd be out the club inside 2 seconds. He got Roy Keane out, fucking cussing off the players.
The only thing I would say about Keown, I think he generally, what he says about Arteta, I think he actually means it.
Yeah, well, he's headed the ball too much, isn't he? It's fucking twisted his fucking brains up.
I mean, what he comes out with sometimes is absolutely fucking crazy, man.
I don't believe that these people that are saying, like, even Theo Walcott is probably caked out of football. They're not caked in comparison to this generation. If he played now, Theo Walcott would be 100 million quid. Yeah, let's just be real. He scored over 100 goals for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, 1 minute he wants to be a winger. Oh, now I want to play up front. Oh, actually, I don't want to play up front. I'll be a winger again. Yeah, he scored over 100 goals for us. It'd be over 100 million quid. Yeah, these man fucking wank off over fucking Noni Madwakey and that. I get out of here, man. Big up to A4. Lee, you talk about the journos covering their arse up. We're saying a lot of stuff, so don't try to be clever. Give us the exact word. Is Zubi coming to Arsenal? No, 75, because you say a lot of stuff. That makes literally no sense, Ralph.
I mean, what he's trying to say is...
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, and I think what's he saying is 75% because you say a lot of... I think he's trying to sort of say to you, look, what you say is a lot of facts. So why?
So basically, what he's saying is, I'm covering myself by saying he's 75% coming to Arsenal. 25. Oh, I told you he wouldn't. I see what he's doing.
Yeah,
25%. The 25% is basically we haven't seen him sign the contract yet. We haven't seen him hold up the shirt yet, and also Real Madrid are still sniffing around.
And we haven't bid.
And we haven't bid either.
So it's based off of factual information.
Yeah, there's still that 25% chance he may not come.
Yeah, 100%. 100% there's that 25% chance. See, fucking figure that one out, you smart fuck.
I've said it on my streams, I've said it on other people's streams. Until I can actually, I'm like Cole, until I actually see them sitting at that desk with Win the dog and Berta and Arteta, then no, I can't get too excited over it all, I'm afraid.
No, not at all. Yeah, but we go through this every transfer window, and like you said at the beginning, it's hope. Yeah, they hope. Would they do this? Would they do this in a relationship?
Yeah, the fans are so desperate because we've been starved of success. We're so desperate to get signings done. That's the only hope we got really at the moment. That's it.
I'll give you a perfect example right here. Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example right here of how PR is a load of bollocks. Kendry Pires will join Strasbourg on loan from Chelsea as he won't be included in the Club World Cup. Plan confirmed for Pires to have more game time, then return to Chelsea in 1 year. Plan confirmed. Cool. Plan confirmed, yeah? That's going to go for fucking a shitload, so that's take forever. I'll do this another day. Yeah, plan confirmed. Yeah, if I go to Emirates FA Cup Pires, look at the date on that. Look at the date on that. 22nd of June, 2024. This is the official Emirates FA Cup Twitter page, right? Remember the name Kendry Pires? Well, I did because that's how Stinker and Hook started. Yeah, a young star who was ripping up the rule book and taking South America by storm. Pires will don the number 10 for Ecuador at the Copa America at just 17 years old. He could star, see the way they use that, could star in the Emirates FA Cup for Chelsea as early as 25, 26. Why the fuck are they posting that out in 2024 when he was not even allowed to sign officially for Chelsea and land in the country because of work permits and that? Yeah, why? Why are they posting that out? That is the official Emirates FA Cup page. He's not even landed in England because he couldn't get a work permit until he was 18. How's that even possible that they're posting that out? Why PR? Yeah. Now, you go through all the comments, the next big thing. Yeah, he weren't allowed to play. He was allowed to be in the country, obviously, tourist, but he weren't allowed to work in the country. That's why you're my favourite trophy. Look, our gem is already being discovered. Yeah. If you go through all the quote tweets and all that, yeah, I swear down, it's crazy. Tears in my eyes. We're getting a superstar treatment before he arrives. Yeah. FA Cup citing our gem. Yeah. Bro, why the fuck are they tweeting that out? That is the Emirates FA Cup. That is our FA Cup. Yeah, they're tweeting that out to over 1 million people. Ripping up the rule book. He scored about fucking 7 goals at this point and then flops at the Copa America, which is why I did the Stinker and Hooked. Yeah, now he's being loaned out to Strasbourg. Yeah, and then what will happen is Chelsea will flog him after his unsuccessful loan at Strasbourg for 30 million quid to fucking somewhere in Holland or Italy. That is how crazy it is. That boy is 17 at that point. He's got about 7 goals. And Chelsea fans that don't watch him are being, oh my God, the Emirates FA Cup page posted it out. Yeah, Fabrizio, I will do it on a stream at some point next week. Fabrizio's posted about 1 billion tweets about him. This is the next star. And it's like, hang on a minute. The guy's got, are you sitting up watching fucking whoever he plays for in Ecuador against Kumbaya FC? I'm not even taking a piss. There's a team called Kumbaya FC in Ecuador. Yeah, they kick off at 3 a.m. Are you watching that? No, you're not. So now you're going off of what Fabrizio said and off of what the Emirates FA Cup have said. They've never even watched him because the guy they've employed, or the bird or the unicorn, non-binary, of course, yeah, to employ to do that Twitter page for the Emirates FA Cup is probably about fucking 20. And they know how to work social media because they've only grown up on social media era. Yeah, it's a fucking scam. Yeah, and I called that out at the time. But anyway, I'm waffling. Sorry.
No, it's facts, man. I understand where you're coming from.
They're really taking 9 months to sign Zubimendi. Bro, you watch GDJ Madrid. You watch. If you don't get him, I'll piss myself. Yeah. That might be a harsh lesson to this fan base, yeah? Because not only will it fucking muddle these journalists, yeah, this fan base, yeah, can then sit there and hold that, mate. It'd be fucking hilarious if he signs for Madrid.
Yeah.
The amount of bookmarks
It'd be even more hilarious if we don't get Sesko or GYOKERES.
The amount of bookmarks I got on my X account for just this Zubimendi thing, if it all falls through, shit, it's going to be the equivalent of emergency.
Sammy, just remember, right? There's 1,600 people in it, yeah? Sammy Mockbellend, yeah, posted that out for I think it was the Daily Mail. He now works for BBC. Yeah, he posted out in February. He was the first person to post it out. Yeah, it's a done deal and it'll be announced in the summer. So if it don't happen, he's the first port of call. Big up Saints. Saints are LFC for life. Verts Frimpong GYOKERES now Barcola incoming. Good luck following and keeping up with that. Oh yeah, Kepa, come on, you red men. I'll say her a fraud. See, nobody rates us.
Yeah.
Big up to you, bro. And we're going to end on this. So I know that you guys have got to go as well, yeah? I just want to quickly get your thoughts on this. I'm going to show the icon. Thomas Tuchel on Jude Bellingham. My mum finds his rage repulsive. It's kicking off with the England stuff already. Big up Tommy Tukes. So let me share this real quick.
Big up Tommy Tukes.
Big up Tommy fucking Tukes.
That was a shambolic performance last night.
Yeah, he should be sacked.
Bellingham, the most overrated midfield player that I've ever seen.
Mum thinks Bellingham can be repulsive, but I see special boy. You mean a special boy? See the way they write these titles, yeah, or headlines? They literally speak like a retard. Mum thinks Bellingham can be repulsive, but I see special boy. You mean I see a special talent? Or I see a special boy? Well, he's actually a man. Well, anyway, let's go to the quotes. Yeah, it says his mother views some of Jude Bellingham's on-field behaviour as repulsive, but believes any critics of the Madrid player don't know the special boy he does. Okay, cool. Right. Tuchel said Bellingham's fire is something he does not want to dim down, but he needs to be channeled in the right direction. I think he brings an edge which we welcome and is needed if we want to achieve things. It needs to be channeled towards... Fuck off with your adverts. How do I stop this shit? Fuck off. It needs to be channeled towards the opponent and towards our goal, not to intimidate teammates or be over-aggressive towards teammates and officials. Tommy Tukes has sussed this geezer out in 4 games.
Yep.
Yeah, always towards the solution, towards winning. Why does he want to win? Doesn't matter if you win. He has the fire in the eyes, and I don't want to dim it down. He should play with that kind of fire, but the fire comes from some attributes that can intimidate you, maybe even as a teammate. So basically, some of his teammates are going to grass him up.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happened. Sometimes you see the explosion towards the referee and the anger in his game. If he can channel that in the right way, we can help him with this.
Yeah.
Then for sure he has something we need, a certain edge that is hard to find.
Well, that's what happens when you got a proven born winner in your squad. They're going to have that sort of ego. They're going to have that sort of temperament about them. Oh, yeah. It rubs us up the wrong way. Well, start fucking winning trophies, and you morons.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, he's a nice kid, very open, very intelligent, and he's been very easy to manage so far.
Very overrated.
Massively. I can see it can bring mixed emotions. I see with this with my parents. With my mum, she sometimes cannot see the nice, well-educated, well-behaved guy that I see. Big up, Mumsy. Tuchel's mum is a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mum can see Bellingham for what he is.
Yeah, because he's a fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the passion and patting players that are older than him on the back, unlucky, mate, and all that crap. Fuck off. Yeah. If he smiles, he wins everyone. But sometimes you see rage, the hunger and the fire, and it comes out in the way that can be a bit repulsive. For example, for my mother, when she sits in front of the TV, I see that. But in general, we're very happy to have him. He's a special boy. Crazy work. Crazy work. Yeah, Tommy Tukes, mother, a real one.
Well, Bellingham's got to be controlled in the right way, and we've got to channel it in the right way. Well, you can do, but he still ain't going to be a Paul Scholes or a Frank Lampard, is he?
He ain't. He's a number 10. He plays he's a number 10.
And let's be real, he's going to outlive Tommy Tukes in terms of for England, isn't it? Let's be real. Yeah. So Tuchel, yeah, players have definitely gone and said something.
Oh yeah,
100%. I've seen this story before.
He's probably a bit of an arsehole, to be honest.
He's a cunt. Let's
He's
just be real.
Probably a bit of an arsehole around the dressing room. There's probably a lot of players that fucking think that he's a bit of an idiot.
They can't approach him. It's all for camera. Yeah, and not only that, yeah, the TV cameras love Jude Bellingham. Look at Ivan Toney. Yeah? Did you watch the England game the other night?
I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
Then
I watched the highlights.
I was
right. Every time it went towards the bench, yeah, it panned in on Ivan Toney, and he was just sat there like,
yeah,
fuming because they're trying to cause the story. They're trying to cause something. Yeah, he was just sat there like that because he's looking at it thinking, we're fucking losing. I ain't on the pitch yet, right?
Yeah.
Because he wants to go on and play and he wants to score. And he's just won a Champions League in that region, yeah.
But they're trying to
stir it.
Yeah, of course they are.
With Jude, he stirs his own shit. He stirs his own shit up, and then he threw Ivan Toney on for about 2 minutes at the end. What's he going to do in 2 fucking minutes? I would have told him fuck off. But I would have said fuck off. When to put a transfer request in, tired of losing. Don't worry, man. We'll buy a cat and call it fucking nearly.
Yeah. Call it runners up.
Yeah, second again. Anyway, listen, I'm going to let you guys go, and we're going to wrap up as well. Not even 1,000 likes. You lot are shambles, mate. 900 likes nearly.
Come on, smash the likes. What's going on, guys?
Who's live that I like? Is there anyone live that I actually like? DJ, it's been a minute. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
You're well over 1,000 subs as well. Well over 1,000 subs as well. And there's links in the title and the pin.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I've got, to be honest. I don't check often enough. I should do.
13 videos, 1,200 odd subs.
125.
That's some good going, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate. No, it's good, mate. It's listen, I'm on a ride and I enjoy putting out stuff. I enjoy having guests on and I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy engaging. So yeah, it's just a hobby for me at the moment and I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I've loved always.
I'm 75. Thank you very much, mate. It's always a pleasure, you know that.
No, I can't. I appreciate all the hours. You've done for nearly 4 hours, mate. Literally with 10 minutes notice. So
right,
no, I appreciate that. And listen, you frauds, I'm 75 away from 126k, so get subbing.
Come on.
And make sure you're subbing to Cole, Gun Down UK. Pinned comment as well. I can't squeeze it in the title. Actually, maybe I did. No, I can't squeeze it in the title. But yeah, listen, make sure you sub to Cole as well. Cole, love always, man. And again, yeah, always appreciate the time, bro. And we all speak sense, regardless of what these idiots say. But what you got coming up in your channel, bro?
Cheers.
And what's your next target as well?
Sub-wise? Oh, it's got to be the full K. It's got to be the full 1K. Nowhere near it. 532 I'm on currently right now.
Well, that needs to hit 600 real quick.
What I'm more concerned about is trying to get the hours up. So he's putting out content. Hence why I'm doing these darts watch-alongs now for 4 days straight. So it's to push it all out and do the Club World Cup as well. So
are you doing that as well? Yeah,
I am, but not the Madrid halal gang. So you and me are collabing on that one. So that's the only one I've been missing.
You're not going to do the You're not going to do the Seattle Sounders game at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. UK.
What's it on? DAZN? Is it on DAZN?
It's on Channel 5 as well, UK.
Yeah, it's on Channel 5 DAZN. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing that unless it's on a Saturday early.
No
hours
work
of
rate,
Saturday
lads.
morning.
He's got no work rate.
I remember Punk's just 4-year-old to take care of as well as. So.
No, that's very true.
No,
So make sure you sub to both the lads as well, yeah? And make sure you get this 1,000 likes. There's 1450. Who's live that I like? Because I need to go as well. Because I need to fucking find some chill time at some point. So yeah, come on. Let's get it sorted, guys. Who's live that I like? Is there anyone live? Is anyone live at fucking 2:30 in the morning?
Who we got live? Let's have a look.
Oh, here we go. Hey, fucking anyone like basketball? Flawless is live if you like basketball.
Sports City. No, are they? Oh, NBA Finals, Sports City.
Oklahoma City versus Indiana Pacers.
That's game 3.
NBL Finals.
Who's new Dynamite? Oh, who's new Dynamite? I saw that. AU Dynamite collision summer with some sassy lady on there.
I have no idea. Fucking who are you subscribing to? It sounds like I'm
I'm not subscribing to anyone. I'm just scrolling through YouTube. I'm just scrolling through YouTube.
It's a very light OnlyFans page by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's a bit off key. I can't lie. That's wrestling, is it? That's wrestling.
Yes, it's wrestling. Is it wrestling?
Okay, let me see. Let me see who else is live. Let's have a look.
That's about it, really. There don't seem to be much going on.
No, that's it. Omar's live, Barca fan, but he's been live for about 3 hours. So I'm assuming
you got a wrestling and you got a basketball.
Yeah, Omar's probably likely to wrap. He's been live 3 hours talking about Barca. We're raid flawless. We're raid flawless for basketball. Make sure you show him some love as well, people. Yeah, I love flawless, man. But listen, lads, it's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, and, cheers, my friend.
As always, Lee.
Always.
Big up to everyone who's locked in.
And I hope Crystal Palace get their Europa place. They deserve it. I hope they don't get booted out of that.
Why would they get booted out?
Because because the owners have
got
by over 2 other. They own 2 clubs, don't they?
Yeah, Leon. Is it Leon?
I think it's Leon, and because
he's got conflicting interest in 2 clubs, so he's got Palace and Leon in the same competition.
Yeah, but that's fine. Then they done it with fucking Man City and Girona.
Yeah, but
they done it with Man United and Nice as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think Man City, I don't know, bigger clubs have got bigger clout, more money, I suppose. I don't know, but apparently Palace could get. I know we got to go. Let's have a look. It's on here somewhere. Yeah, I think the decision's being made tomorrow, isn't it, or something?
If they stitch them up, yeah, that's a joke.
I hope they don't get booted out, mate.
They won't. They'll find a way around that.
Palace, yeah.
Palace deserve it, and to see them play Thursday nights on Selhurst Park, holy crap! That crowd's noisy.
You're the best of times, let alone on a fucking.
Put them on a European night. Jesus.
Selhurst Park is one of my favourite away days.
It is my favourite, other than Newcastle. Newcastle for obvious reasons, guys. If you know, you know. Yeah, but Selhurst Park. Yeah. So you know.
Everton. Goodison Park, Palace. Yeah,
Goodison with them fucking stupid shit wooden seats that no one sits on.
Yeah, I know. I even like Craven Cottage as well.
I've never been Fulham. Never been Fulham.
I like Fulham away.
No, listen. Yeah, Palace fate decided before the 115. Don't worry about that, guys. That's all forgotten about. They're gonna put that under the carpet, guys.
Yeah, the 115's gone, mate. That's a distant memory.
Anyway, we're gone. Raid flawless,
guys. All the best.
Raid flawless. With what were we raiding Man U fan with? What should we raid him with real quick? Fuck it hell. We got raiding with saying. Amarim in. No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, hammer him in. That's what we're rating. Hammer him in. All right, listen, bless up to everyone who's locked in. It's been a great stream. We're out. 1,400 in the year. Make sure his numbers go through the roof.
Or riding with Ange to Man United.
Yeah. Ange to United.
Ange to United. Yeah.
Ange to United. Ange to United. There you go. Listen, make sure his numbers go. Make sure all the lads as well. Big up Northside, big up Hooks, and big up Cole, big up DJ, big up you guys that liked, shared, commented, subbed, all that good stuff, donated, all that stuff. And I'll be back again. I'm live with Rants at 5 p.m. And then I'm doing England under 21s against Czech Republic.
That'd be good. That'd be good, that. I'll be interested to look at the young.
Even when we playing in his actual position for a change.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, Spain were class. Yeah, fucking France and Portugal. It was just a fucking clown show. But anyway, we're gone. Love. Bless up to all you guys. We'll be back again tomorrow. Cronky out, mates.
Yeah, Roberta.